Hello, everybody. Welcome to Noir Bar. Yes, the doors are finally open. My God, I found the caffeine. Yay! So come on in, take a seat. And in the meantime, keeping me company at the bar is none other than our good friend Sam. Sam, how are you?
Hello. I'm alive. I'm alive and back here in 1942.
Nice. Nice. Yes, it's we've been battling it out with the bar across the street. And Far and I have begun to suspect that they also might be time travelers. After all, they do have a Japanese bar, and they are Japanese people, and it is 1942 in Noir City. Yeah.
Risky business. Risky business.
Yeah, which is what that amongst other things. It's Nori Bar, and we're Noir Bar. You know, it's
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We're feeling a little stepped on, and they don't seem to care. And then they sent them guys to rob us. And then there was a bunch of bodies in the street. If you guys remember from a few weeks back, it was terrible. But you know, hey, we're working it out. The way you handle things in 1942 with the Chicago typewriters and whatnot.
I was literally about to say that exact thing.
Bonk. Bubble. Hey, it's Slim Johnson. Good evening. Well, good evening to you, Slim! Because I can't do the Johnson thing, because that's not my thing. Hold on, I gotta drink the top off of this sugar-free Rockstar so I can, fill the top third with bourbon. Because,
That's how ready we are, people.
Mm-hmm.
He's the cream of the drink there. It's still not taken off.
Yeah, I'm guzzling. I got my bottle of a wild turkey here, and like I said, I gotta. You feel for the cold? You ever do that with a soda can, where you feel down to where it starts? Oh, that's where it's at. Where it starts to get cold. Yeah, it's like so at the top of the side of the star is about a third. So that's where I'm gonna pour to.
Good to me. Yeah. Ah, the point of the sudden descent into icy goodness.
Yes. And let's talk about sugar addiction for a minute, Sam.
My specialist subject, Polly.
Well,
specialist subject.
Sugar addiction be real. It's a real thing. People may laugh at it, but when you suddenly go cold turkey off of sugar because it's Lent, whew. And Far is making fun of me for this. She's like, every year you say this. And I'm like, okay, this year, I don't know what's different, but something's different because I'm hurting this year in a way that I haven't been previously, man. I don't know. I'm starting to think that when it comes to energy drinks, it's not so much the taurine and the caffeine in them that are doing it for me. It's the fucking sugar. You understand what I'm talking about here?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped putting sugar in my coffee, and I'm just like, why do I drink then?
Well, interestingly, that's how I stopped putting sugar in my coffee, was because I buy reasonable beans. I buy good beans. I'm a coffee guy. I drink coffee on the daily. And Lent came around, like, I don't know, 4 years ago, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get off sugar, right? So obvious sugar, because I realized that I don't need like candies, cake, pies, whatnot. No, it's them sugary drinks. Because if I just gave up desserts, I'd still be getting a fuck ton of sugar. So that's why I say I'm giving up, quote, obvious sugar, as I explained to Weibo, which means, the energy drinks, Slurpees, and whatnot. That's where I get all my sugar from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I stopped putting sugar in my coffee, and then after Lent, I put sugar in my coffee again, and I was like, ew. It was...
right?
Yeah.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, and I never got back on. I drink my coffee black and have for years now.
Oh, no, it's the same sort of story. I mean, I've been drinking coffee since I was probably like 9, 10 years old. I don't know. All the adults were doing it, and I wanted to appear cool. That's what it was. No. So yeah, so I've always had half a spoon of sugar, teaspoon, obviously, not a tablespoon. I'm not some sort of Philistine. Come on. But no. And then, like I say, a couple of weeks ago, just didn't put any in anymore, and I'm like, this is so much better. Why have I been polluting this glorious beverage?
Especially if you're buying good beans and grinding them yourself like I do.
Amen. Amen to that.
Did you ever hear my argument as to why you should grind your own beans?
I did. I don't think I did. Indulge me, Polly. Indulge the good people of the Noir Bar.
You wouldn't pre-crack your eggs, would you?
That's a very good point.
You crack your eggs right before you use them because you want them as fresh as possible. Would you crack a dozen eggs and just keep them in a big bowl in your fridge? No, that'd be insane.
No. It would. It would. It would.
I'm trying to turn on.
All the water from the eggs would float to the top as well. Ugh. No, that's vile.
On the disable there, and then save changes. There.
Reaper brings the poet. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I know. I saw Reaper's I was just turning off the $2 AAA donation because guys, next weekend, next Noir Bar, I will have it set up where it's actually Noir Bar donations instead of AAA donations. I always mean to, because Sinatra showed me how to set up themes and profiles where you can, with a click of a button, switch from one set of donation pop-ups to another set. And yeah, that it'll make it easier, but I'm gonna have to do them one at a time and re-upload them all and retitle them all. So it's gonna be like, I'm gonna have to put on a movie and just sit down and fucking well do it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I did have to change out that $2 one, so there won't be a seal bonk because I miss Eva Green. It's Eva Green toasting us and saying, you know, I'm so drunk I can't stand up, which is pretty awesome.
Is there any better way to have Eva Green?
So drunk she can't stand up? We believe in consent here at Noir Bar, Sam. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know, it's 1942. That hasn't been invented yet.
But Reaper does bring up a good point. Yeah, you know, why fuck around with a 45 when you can have a Browning BAR and go with full-on centerfire, right?
I suppose. But he brought up about typical of the Frenchman can't handle black coffee like a real man. You know what? I saw an interesting little thing. I can't remember the exact percentage of it, but when asked, almost everybody will say that they prefer a good, rich, dark roasted coffee. However, when data got collected as to the coffees that people actually drink, turns out that's not true. That's not true. About 60% of people that don't. About 60% of people that say that they prefer a good, rich, dark roasted coffee do not drink good, rich, dark roast.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It's not just me. Most people like milk in it, apparently.
In the area I live, there's a whole bunch of West Indians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, you name it, right? And Sam, you don't have the OBS thing up so you can see the donations, right?
I don't know. I gotta wait for them to show up on the actual stream.
Oh like a caveman. Oh, Far donated $13. Thank you very much, Far, for the turkey Slurpee. The Noir Bar is starting to start some shit again. Starting Operation Turkey Slurpee may or may not be back. Far said she might be stopping by tonight. We don't know. She's
that'd be good.
Yeah, she's caught up with other matters. She may or may not be attempting to set fires behind Noir Bar tonight. Well, we'll see. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, I was chugging that energy drink. Okay, I think time to pour bourbon now. All right. I drank it around halfway down, so okay, this is going to be a messy stream. And Sinatra said that he might be by, or he was on his way home. Oh, excuse me. Jesus. Man, I chugged that too fast. Well, and hold on. Let me just put away my desk gun here, because guns and alcohol don't mix.
It's very true. It's very true.
They don't.
It adds a metallic quality which is deeply unpleasant, I find.
It is. You do.
Start this movie to go on, Polly. Start this movie to go on.
It was fine. Actually, chat. Also, can we get a sound check? My voice versus Sam's voice versus well, no, not versus. Compared to the music and all, but it's a poly stream. If we had correct audio, it wouldn't be a poly stream, would it?
I mean, I think there was something about that in the Book of Revelations, you know.
Yes, the seventh seal was broken when Polly had correct sound. The end was nigh.
Exactly. That's Sinatra. Hello, Sinatra. How are you, sir?
Yo.
Oh, fuck. There you go. So it's just Sam is a little quiet because Sinatra's loud. So let me turn Sam on.
I am.
Maybe I'm just loud.
You also have a fulsome voice because you have a Shure 7B because you're a smart-ass fucker who's got to have better tech than everyone else.
Hey, man, I reinvest.
Please, chat, feel free to tip your bartender.
Tip the bartender.
Yeah, because not only is... oh, wait a minute. That's the Fox. Where's there, professional. Tip the bartender. We have graphics because I need to buy a Shure 7B because I sound better than Sinatra even though you can't tell.
Doubt it.
Meanwhile, in a parallel universe, I'm still here with a headset mic, so tip the bartender.
He's poor and time travel is expensive. It's true.
It is true. I spent all my beer money getting here. Now I have to drink fucking Trulies.
There's a joke here about scrumptious, but I haven't got the time to make it.
But you had the time to put the preamble to it.
Oh, of course. I mean, preambling. that's practically my whole shtick.
Let's get the most screwed up fucking Noir Bar I think I've ever put together in terms of bartender stories for me to ramble on about. Mostly lists of things for us to drunkenly mock. So that's good.
Well, I got something for you. I got into an argument today with Kurt Metzger about Iron Eyes Cody. Yeah, Scribe and I we recorded a podcast with him.
Who's Kurt Metzger?
And I was a comedian.
I'm not. Oh. He might be funny as hell. I'm not saying anything.
No, he was funny.
I just don't know who he is.
That's fine. You can't know who everybody is at all times. But he said Iron Eyes Cody wasn't Italian. I was like, look it up.
He was Italian.
And he's like, no, he's not. I'm like, no, he definitely is. And you look it up. His name's like fucking Oscar.
Yeah, Iron Eyes Cody was as Indian as fucking God. Elizabeth Warren.
He's as Indian as Queen Elizabeth is British.
For those who don't know, Iron Eyes Cody. Fuck, let's look up the. What would it be? Single Indian tier guy?
No, just that's his name, Iron Eyes Cody. He was an actor under that name too.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. But if one were to look up the classic commercial that he's in with the single tear that rolls down, remember when somebody throws the trash in the street?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And by the way, that was paid for by the plastic company.
You're kidding?
No, swear to God.
Yeah, there's my screen. Crying Indian ad commercial.
Yeah.
There, that'll get us there.
Yep, that's exactly.
Okay. So let's watch the Sicilian Indian. Okay, hold on. Display capture. There he is. There he is.
They got a banana boat and everything. Jesus.
What's the Sicilian gonna do with all of the smog and trash?
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country.
No more so
And some
than the
people
Italian
don't.
Americans.
People
Some
start
people
pollution.
don't.
People can stop it.
Oh, Simon Wilkins in the chat. Literally, Simpsons did it.
Oh God.
Yeah, they did. The Simpsons did most of everything.
Litter, the foremost peril of the industrial era.
So anyway, hello, boys. What's going on?
Oh, not much, not much. Had a few
Sinatra, are you a
issues.
Sicilian or mainland Watt? 50-50. Mother side from Sicily, father side from Nabladon.
Really?
Yep.
Well, the two best places you can be from Italy. You don't want to be from the north.
No, you don't want to be one of
That's
those.
too close to the
Northerners.
Swiss.
Well, the north has one good thing. Ossobuco. Other than that, that's it. Fuck Tuscany.
Fuck Tuscany.
I sense you feel quite strongly about this, and I'm unsure why.
Well, I'm not sure why. It's it's a funny story actually. It's a good. I want to learn how to cook certain Italian dishes, and then I kind of find out that I didn't like Italian food. What I liked was Italian American food, which I kind of find out was just Naples food, because the majority of people that emigrated to America were all from Naples. So Napoletan is the kind of cuisine that I actually like. When I think of Italian cooking, it's what most Americans think of when they think of Italian food. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You hang out in the north, and it's going to be like, what the fuck? Where's all the tomatoes at? No pomodoro? Huh? What the?
I mean, that does explain some of the American, Italian stereotypes. That really does.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but I'm doing the whole, finger clench, waving of the hand thing as I say that.
Hold on. Hey, babe, look what I got.
Is Shelly drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
We both are.
You like my titties?
I love your titties. Thank you.
Well,
Because she was like, look what I got, and I look in the hallway, and she's just got her shirt up over her face.
Oh, women. Where would we be without them?
Paying attention to something, I'm sure.
Living on Mars in a high degree of technological
We would be
advancement.
a literal utopia.
Yeah, exactly. Skyscrapers on other planets? Travis Gardner, thank you for the $3. My dumbass ex-wife told me once that she was related to Eyes Cody, and that was her Indian side, and was like, quote, "You dumbass, he is an Indian." And I got into it with her and her mom about it. Fucking.
Women, where would we be without them?
Why do you think they were so against sex dolls?
Because they keep just leaving the bodies around.
Oh, Jesus. I wonder if Far's still in chat. Far, what do you think?
No, Far's off watching
What is-
the Animu.
Fire just wouldn't even show up to her own show.
Well, I know. No, it's Saturday night. Gets together with her girlfriend and watches anime. It's a thing. But apparently they're not watching a particularly long one. And I tried to get her to watch. Tried to talk her into watching Rurouni Kenshin. The $100 donation I have, that awesome cutscene.
Yes, and I need to see it again if somebody can play it.
And Far's like, I don't really know if I want to watch that because I don't know. And so I explained the storyline. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Listen, it's so well written, the OVA. It's just blah, blah, blah. She's like, I don't know. Far, for her, unless it's like, Magical Girl or... and I've busted her balls about this. I'm not saying anything behind her back on the internet for everyone to hear. I've said this right to her.
Imagine.
Behind her back on the internet. Yeah, I know. That it's got to have a magical girl in it. It's got to be. What?
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
I just heard a woman.
Shut up!
I just heard a woman bellow. I was confused. It's got to be 5 or 6 girls at a girls' school, all pining after senpai, that kind of thing.
Oh, hey, I got the perfect show for that. Actually, it's called High School DxD. There's a lot of titties in there.
Yeah. Far's not a big fan of the ecchi. Travis
I still
Gardner.
don't know what ecchi means.
It means
It's
lewd but not nude.
Oh, that's
Ecchi is the
just
Japanese
full nude.
way of saying the letter H and H.
Oh,
is
maybe I
short
should
for hentai.
watch. Oh, Polly.
Sin.
Can we please watch that video I sent you?
Maybe
The old commercials.
Oh, but we got so many other tabs here. We got ugly things to make fun of and awesome things to extol. And
But old commercials.
old commercials. Why don't we do a separate stream on it? Old commercials.
Okay.
That's a thing. Travis Gardner, thank you for the $3 and the Weibo legs. When is it appropriate to use tits over boobs when asking to see them? I need to know before I sober up and lose courage. It's a good question.
Boobs is not really sexy.
Yeah, but show me your tits isn't sexy either.
All right, babe, come here.
That's different.
Let's ask an actual female. Hey, okay, let's say somebody wanted to see your tits, right?
Uh-huh.
What would be the appropriate way to ask? Would it be let me see your tits or let me see your boobs?
Let me see them titties.
All right, so show me your boobs, definitely.
Yeah, we
No,
forgot
damn
option 3 of
titties.
titties.
Damn titties. Oh, titties.
Oh, God, now I'm-
You're
now I'm reminded of
dirigibles,
that.
woman.
Now I'm reminded of that one parody commercial
Show 'em
with
so I can fix
Marion
it, and then
Cotillard.
everybody can see.
And if you ever saw that, oh, at days. Oh, that was brilliant.
No, far we are not watching old commercials. Okay, it's been a long
Yeah,
time.
fuck what I want to do.
No, I'll tell you why. Because Far and I watched old commercials. Like, we are the masters of old commercials. Okay, we know where to find them and what the good ones are and whatnot. So we're gonna do it as a separate show. It's fine.
All right. Okay.
Let's just take a look at what Far is watching.
Oh no. She's
Yeah.
watching fucking Speed Racer tier anime.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she's watching anime but sitting in the chat?
Like, for Christ's sake, this is actually what she's watching here, guys.
This is the Jetsons, dude.
There. This is what Far's watching. A pretty robot is a herald of death. Sounds Japanese to me.
いつも乗ってよ。夕方までには戻ってきますからね。二人ともおとなしく留守番してるんですよ。お土産忘れないでね、ママ。
I feel like we're 2 seconds away from you don't want to associate with those people.
They can't get enough of this. I don't understand. I think it's kind of...
いいわ、道が入るようになってくるから。
さあ、キャロ、行きましょ
God, look at all the movement.
う。つまんないな。
ケン、空手ごっこでも
It's
しよう
not
か。
jerky animation at all. It's just...
来い、僕はドラゴンだ。くしゃくな俺様はタイガーだ。ケン。
Oh, fuck, come on.
It's not the
無
best.
敵のタイガーを笑ったな。よーし、必殺タイガーチョップを受け。
Okay, that's enough of that. Jesus Christ. It's,
That is awful.
yeah. You got me why they enjoy it. What the hell is that? That is Charge Man Ken. It is, yeah, I have no explanation. I'd say it's because
That
she's
is-
Australian, but
That's true.
Platy's American, and she gets off on it too. They're a weird bunch. I guess it's a good thing they found each other, you know?
Well, there's someone for
Look,
everyone.
I guess we're just going to watch the literal, like, 2 frames a second anime. It's fine.
I know.
I guess you'll do that instead of coming on here and watching cool commercials. Weibo legs.
Nice. Travis Gardner, thank you for the $3. Tits worked, but she has huge nipples, so it's a wash.
Oh, God.
What? Hey, there you go. Yeah, that's not a wash. She saw tits. I don't want to hear fucking nothing.
Yeah, what are you complaining
Not
about?
a single man on here would go, those tits would be great if it wasn't for the nipples. Fuck off. They're tits.
Those tits would be
It's
great if it
just
wasn't for the
like
nipples.
degenerate.
Have you seen the live action version of Ghost in the Shell? I mean, Scarlett Johansson completely body nude, but she has no nipples because it's actually like a robot body. It's really off-putting. Yeah, you want nipples, trust me.
Oh, yes, I did see that, actually.
Fuck, someone give me a marker pen, you know.
Yeah, something. Okay, let's jump right into a story that relates, because somebody was saying earlier that they can't do... They don't do caffeine or alcohol. Well, that's fine, because there is always fentanyl. Large drug bust, including $1.4 million in fentanyl at Braddock home, leads to man's arrest. Can you believe that? They found $1.4 million in fentanyl and they actually arrested someone over it? I love that headline.
Is that before or after?
Oh, my God.
What is going on at your home?
Oh,
holy shit, there it is.
I'm at a loss.
Fuck Charge Man Ken. Yeah, get him. Fuck yeah. Now I gotta butcher the poor man's name. Hazavgurgur. It sounds so Norse, doesn't it? Sin, help me out on this. It's Harzavgurgur.
I am not familiar with that name at all.
Where am I seeing this?
Well, it's about 15 seconds behind, so it'll come up. I'm gonna replay.
No, I'm looking at your stream. I'm looking at your Discord thingy here. Trying to find
Oh, he doesn't see the screen I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Weebo legs.
Yeah. Fuck, Weebo just can't keep her pants on tonight. I don't know.
Oh, now Far wants to come in here. You're not allowed in here, Far. This is a men's club. We're the Freemasons in this bitch. Not free Missandras. You need to go.
It's excellent timing. I need to feed my puppers. So you all entertain yourselves. I've got to go back into the future.
Okay, so I'm gonna replay that donation real quick because I just love it so much, and I work so hard on it. There it is. Cut him up. Yeah, right in the throat. Fuck yeah. Yeah. And you too. Right into the wall. Love it. Congrats on
100.
Yeah, thank you very much for the $100. Is greatly appreciated. I am ever getting closer to proving that I actually do sound better in Sinatra because I will finally have a mic comparable to his.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Well, you know. And Travis Gardner again with the Weebo legs because Weebo just can't keep her slip on tonight. No! Not good one like rubber glove full of jello. Wait, what?
What?
No, not good one like a rubber glove full of jello. Okay, everybody knows about the rubber glove full of jello.
Tits,
oh.
but
I thought he was talking about a poor man's fleshlight. Did I misunderstand?
I think you might, but I think
not everyone can afford a fleshlight, Sinatra. We have to do what we have to do, okay?
Well, I have a girlfriend, which is exponentially more expensive than a fleshlight, but even a rubber glove full of jelly, you still got to see tits. Shut up. You're complaining about somebody sending you their tits.
Yeah.
You're complaining about somebody took a photo of their tits and sent it to you through magic and air, and it got in this object in your hand over the internet, and you're complaining about it?
Sam Silent
exactly.
Exactly. That's Kenshin? I'm confused. It is. That is from the OVA of Rurouni Kenshin. Except that I cut out all the audio. And I'm so proud of this. I'm going to repeat this story. I don't care. I worked really hard on it. So I cut out all the audio, replaced all of the sword cutting sounds because I wanted them loud as hell. Picked new music for it that I thought was action-packed. And part of that scene is supposed to be that the girl is watching him display his swordsmanship for the first time, slicing people down like that. And it's sort of like a horrifying thing for her to see this who she thought was like this gentleman and a warrior, but she had never seen him like slice down 6 guys like that. So I cut out all the shots of her shocked face, so it's just him doing his thing. And yeah, each one of those thumps and cuts and slashes and gooey noises and all that, yeah, those are all put in there by me because I rock.
Yeah, well done.
That was
I try. Okay, so let's go on with this fentanyl bust, because Sin, I grabbed this story for you.
All right.
Am I sharing my
Because
screen?
Sin loves fentanyl, as we all know.
Well, yeah.
No, I have a deep-seated hatred for anything that has to do with this because I've lost. It's got to be close to a dozen people I know or know by proxy to this shit.
The worst of all is dusting your blow or weed or whatever with fentanyl, because you need such a small amount of it. It's so incredibly, a few micrograms or whatever the fuck is enough.
Yeah, dude, you literally need a of it, and that's it. And then they're coming back to you for the same product over and over because you got them that high that they wanted.
Yeah. And so you remember the story I did on AAA on Wednesday? All of the fucking spring breakers at Daytona Beach. They all bought what they thought was blow, but it was dusted with fentanyl because it had been stepped on so many times. It was a little more than just baking soda. So somebody dusted it with fentanyl so people would feel some kind of kick off of it, but the person had put not a but a on it, and that was enough. Fucking OD'd a whole room full of fucking spring breakers.
Wasn't one of them trying to give CPR and they OD'd?
That's right, I forgot about it. Far, you're right.
Yeah, like not all of them even took the fucking thing. Like only like 2 of them did.
Yeah.
One of them, and like one of them was like trying to give him CPR
and got a contact OD off of it.
High.
Yeah.
A really good friend of mine's brother just died to this shit. It is just ridiculous. The story that gets me was a girl I went to high school with. She was my best friend's neighbor. I would talk to her like every day. She had a kid. 6 weeks later, she OD'd.
Fuck.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Jesus.
And it's just too strong. Like, my God, and there are even stronger, more concentrated forms of opiates. But let's ignore the fact that most of that trafficking comes through Mexico and China. Let's just forget about that, because it's
Oh, it comes from China through Mexico, and the fact that it killed over 100,000 people last year. Like, we shut the country down for a percentage of that.
Yep. Yeah, epidemic fits in this case a lot better, in my opinion. But that's just my thoughts. YouTube, don't eat me. The reason why I brought this story up is like, okay, so you got this. I again just love the headline that it's like, oh, it led to a man's arrest. Shocking. I'd like to think so. So outside of Pennsylvania in Braddock, or outside of Pittsburgh in Braddock, Pennsylvania, search warrants were executed for a 37-year-old Dominique Taylor's home and his garage and trailer on March 11th, leading to a discovery of multiple drugs, guns, vehicles, and more than, get this, $545,000 in cash.
Woo!
Jesus.
$500,000 million. Okay, you want a complete list of what the guy fucking had? What they seized? Here it is. Approximately 14 kilograms or 700,000 individual doses of fentanyl.
God damn.
A kilo of blow, marijuana, 6 vehicles, 6 guns, and the aforementioned $545,000 in cash.
I don't think the 6 guns is that impressive, but
well, okay.
Is it a suspicious amount of cash to have on you, my dude?
Okay, so Dominique Taylor, 37-year-old Dominique Taylor. There's our guy.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
What?
Hit control and zoom out.
Yeah, just boom. One up. There we go.
Nope.
I went too big. Okay. There we go. Okay. So look at his fucking stacks of cash. Like, unfucking believable.
That's like the Floyd Mayweather fucking meme.
You look at his guns and like said, he's actually got the violin case gun thing working. You fucking believe this guy?
My God. He does. Holy shit, I didn't even notice that. Oh my God.
And he's got a bull.
Those are real?
Fucking jerk.
I do not even recognize the bullpup. It's a good thing we got a Holy Reaper here, because he'll be able to recognize that for us. It's certainly, I only know, the Tavor, the Type 97 Norinco. What he's got here is what? It's one of the oversheaths for
the Glock.
A Sig 320 or a Glock or a 1911 or whatever, right? Like, it's just
dude, like 45 people have talked me into buying that, and I just won't.
Look, notice, of course, he's got like the Glock mags with the 33 round stick, and there's the Glock to go with it, right?
I've got the 33 round mags, but you can definitely tell it's from when I lived in Cleveland.
And then a shoebox, very nice. And then just cash, and more fucking cash. And it's,
Dude, if I had that much cash, I'd have so many more guns.
you know, from the size of that mag, I believe you're rotten corpse that that's a bullpup shotgun. Look at the size of that mag, and you can kind of see.
Oh
the,
shit, it might be.
Yeah, the peepholes in the side. Yeah. Did they
Yep.
even bother to take the?
That's a
shells
12
off?
gauge. I don't think so. They didn't take the mag out of it. They didn't take the shells either.
Police.
That's a fucking live weapon right there.
In a. Oh god. Yeah, this is a lot.
And then a little AR
Just-
pistol there. Okay, well done. I think they're
Isn't
neat.
it cute
Hubris
at the
says.
side of the side of
Yeah,
that
I
fucking
just-
pom-pom?
I just think they're neat
Yeah.
as he's holding up his violin case.
Yeah, I mean, this guy walking down the street with like bulging pockets in a fucking, you know, super expensive car, you know, or driving down the street in a super expensive car. Who wouldn't believe he got it all by playing his violin?
Quiz said cash money.
Right?
Yeah.
He's just a simple violin.
Yeah. I mean, he opens his case and plays for the folks at the train station, and yeah, they just, you know, he just,
Yeah, they just give him bundles of cash.
yeah.
I mean, there
I mean,
are
sure,
some.
some of it might have a little baggie of something attached to it, but you know, whatever.
I'm just saying. Them violins, yo, they get expensive.
Yeah, they do. Gotta pay for them somehow.
One of the largest drug busts in Pennsylvania, and it's this one guy. When you read the fucking story, it's so frustrating. Taylor owned several properties and businesses which he used to launder his drug money. Yeah, I'd like to think. The ongoing investigation into Taylor, a convicted felon, began in August of 2021, officials said. Convicted felons are not legally allowed to have guns. Why? It's almost like gun control only works on people who are willing to follow the law. Just
How shocking.
I was about to say, I for one am shocked and appalled that this individual would go out and purchase firearms whilst not, you know, maintaining the right to do so. Shocked and appalled, I tell you.
Just, how dare he
Right?
break the law like that?
Right, never mind the fentanyl, okay? We can put the fentanyl to one side. Never mind the kilogram of blow. Okay, we can put that to one side. This guy's got 6 guns. Can America not see the problem?
and just to be,
Obviously, the problem is the guns in this.
to be
obviously.
blunt, he doesn't like those aren't even really
Yeah,
good guns, if you know what I mean. Like they're not they're not really good guns. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. It's just like you would think that somebody who's like rolling with $500,000 in cash and $1.7 million in fucking fentanyl. I mean,
Someone should have just
1.4
informed him
million.
that was against the law.
yeah, they. Oh shit! This is illegal. I better turn it all over. Just get
I
rid of
can't
it.
believe the black marketeer that sold him those weapons didn't perform a background check.
Well, it's
Just
part of that
shocking.
gun show loophole we hear so much about, right? You just
Oh, that
Mhm.
infamous gun show loophole.
yeah.
I've been to a lot of gun shows. Never gotten a gun that I didn't have to fill out paperwork for.
Oh, right.
Is this guy gonna go away for 1 million years? And it's like, no, he's totally not.
No.
He's, no, it's,
No,
No, he's gonna be out by
Nah.
at least.
You got cashless bail, motherfucker.
I love this statement from the Attorney General Josh Shapiro so much. Just think about this for a second. Okay, quote: "The defendant was not only pushing dangerous poison into our communities, he was a big-time drug dealer in our communities."
Well,
Uh,
shit, Josh. Thank you for illuminating me on this subject. I wasn't sure I could have navigated it without you.
Yeah, like okay, so in
Yeah,
addition
no,
to the
fucking
drug
kidding.
dealing in our communities, he was pushing dangerous poisons into our communities. So he
Are
was.
these dangerous drugs not poisons?
That's what I'm saying. Like, did you not
Like,
just say the same
what?
thing twice, or was he selling strychnine on the side?
God, that's the first time I've heard strychnine in like 10 years, dude.
I reach deep in the word bag when the bourbon comes out. That's fine.
I think I'm gonna have to jump on that fucking train here in a minute.
Jesus Christ.
He wandered through the streets, and after loading up several of his clientele with fentanyl, he dispensed cyanide to all the little children.
You fucking.
But did he do it like handing it out on Halloween too, just to really up the ante?
What,
Right?
Polly would be such a good Moriarty-esque criminal.
Why? I'm curious why Sam decided to narrate it as Palpatine. I don't know.
Execute Order Strychnine.
Strict.
Okay. Do you want to know how bad it gets? Like I've talked a little bit about how top-heavy universities have become. You want to know how bad it gets? It gets this.
Shelley
How
said,
bad?
"Wait, who's the
How bad?
foreign guy?"
Who's the foreign guy?
That's Sam. He's
Foreigner.
he's Sam. He's
Her
French.
name is Far, and it's not a he, it's a she, and I'll have you know.
Who is it?
it's her name is Far.
No, not Far, the man.
He's Sam. He's French.
That's not a Frenchman named
English. He is the worst
Who
of
is
both
that?
worlds.
He's the worst of both worlds.
Sam. He's not brown.
Sorry.
What?
It was a chat conversation.
Okay. Well, this is not the chat, so you go back into the chat with the rest of the rabble.
It's not like he's Irish. Come on, Jesus.
Fair point.
Well, Irish is really more of a disability than a nationality.
That's right. I shouldn't be calling
Unfortunately,
people
I am
out.
of Irish descent, so that means I am
I am
disabled.
also
these
of
guys.
Irish descent.
Well,
So.
considering what anime you were watching, you being disabled is super believable.
Look, Chargeman Ken is a fucking masterpiece, okay? How dare you?
Says you.
We all love 3 frames per second animation, and I'm glad I was streaming it out at 1080p so everyone can appreciate the quality.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking insane.
So,
You
universities
come
are
here.
top heavy. You want to know how top heavy? Well, here we go.
Yes.
Abby
Okay.
Shapiro, top heavy.
The Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry at UCLA
Oh,
seeks
God.
applications for an assistant adjunct professor on a without salary basis. Applicants must understand there will be no compensation for this position. And your
Work for
responsibilities,
free.
yes, your responsibilities include teaching to the instructional needs of the department, and your qualified candidates must have a PhD in either chemistry or biochemistry, where you will work for free.
Become a doctor and work for free.
Ah.
I wouldn't take that shit as a fucking TA. Are you kidding?
Yeah, and I never have. I've been paid. Like, think about this for a second. You're a PhD in chemistry or biochemistry, and I, as a not even a TA, as a research assistant, as an RA, I've gotten paid more than you because I got paid. If I got a dime, I got paid more than you. All for the sake of saying I taught at UCLA. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, no thanks.
Well, I would.
Pay me, bitch.
I mean, it blows my mind. And then here's like Wilson, PhD, saying, "What in the hell's going on at UCLA Chem? Y'all want to hire a professor without pay? Please tell me I'm missing something." And it's like, no, you're not. I went and read. This is real. I got nothing for you guys. It could be this bad in academia. You know why? Because the top people are all earning $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a fucking year.
Oof.
And they're the ones making the call in the fucking department. And they barely
Dude,
ever teach. So they need to
I
hire
would
Oh my
punch.
God. I just
I would
realized
punch
what
a
this is.
literal infant in the face to earn 300 grand a year.
How is this
Holly,
not slavery?
I just realized what this is.
What?
I'm gonna pay you an exposure.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
That's
No,
god.
no,
what this is.
that's precisely it.
An exposure.
Yeah, it's like, how does Philip DeFranco keep his channel going? By hiring a whole bunch
Paying
of
with exposure?
interns. Yeah, because you get exposure to the industry. So they're all comm majors,
Yeah.
communications majors. Yeah, like Lindsay Ellis, I've got 7 people working for me. Oh, I have no doubt they're working. The question is whether or not you're paying them, Lindsay. And the answer is no,
Did you guys see
In my
that
opinion.
Tim Pool
in my opinion.
tweet thread?
Did I see Tim
Come
Pool's
first,
tweet
Lindsay.
thread? No.
About him going to a restaurant and them telling him it's a wait and how he like threw a fit about it?
No.
He admitted this. He admitted this, by the way. Like, he posted this on Twitter, boasting about it. I gotta pull it up. This is the greatest tweet thread I have ever seen in my fucking life. If I ever become this out of touch, I expect somebody, one of you, to go, what the fuck is the matter with you? I went to a diner with my girlfriend and was told there was a 20-minute wait. After only a few minutes, a couple walked in and was seated right away. I complained and then left right away. I do not tolerate this kind of bullshit and don't tolerate people who think I should. So,
you got pissed at someone that obviously had a reservation.
Area man learns about reservations.
Yeah, right.
Wait, you can make reservations at a diner?
Local man discovers
why
reservations
not?
are a thing. Nice. Nice.
I mean, why not? Like, I'm assuming you could make reservations just about fucking everywhere if you really asked.
You can.
You know? I mean, you can make reservations at fucking McDonald's for a birthday party.
Yes.
You can make reservations anywhere.
At Chuck E.
And he
Cheese.
followed it up with this. I worked for a major corporate news outlet and was paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. When they told me to get woke, I said no, and they tried to break my contract. I don't tolerate bullshit.
Oh my god.
I agree I'm often arrogant and condescending. I'm a disagreeable person, but it's as they say, well-behaved women seldom make history.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I'm just at a loss over all of this. I
It's very secondhand cringe.
Yeah. And now I'm beginning to wonder, is this like a that happened thing? You know? Did this even really happen in the first place?
He stormed out in anger, and everyone clapped.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, it's an everybody clapped moment. Like, did this actually happen?
Has Tim Pool become an unreliable narrator for his own fictional life?
Yes.
Tim Pool, I stopped watching Tim Pool when he started being just 10 minutes of preaching and 2 minutes of a headline. Like, I just can't do it anymore.
Okay. Who wants to see a dog that looks like Chewbacca?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
Does the Pope wear a funny hat?
Oh my fucking god.
Wow.
That's
Is
uncanny.
that real?
That is real. Look, he's got a little bandolier on. He's got
His eyes. Does he have Down syndrome?
How can you not love the Chewbacca dog? I mean, come on.
I'm just wondering, like, what is this? What breed is this?
I believe it's called
French.
a Mogwai.
If a French man was turned into a dog.
This is it?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's
Sam,
not
look,
wearing.
It doesn't have a
Soda.
little white flag saying I surrender, but
He's not wearing a beret, and there's no wreath of garlic around his neck. So
he's a baguette in a scabbard on his back.
on the bandolier.
Well, he doesn't. Not so much like Chewbacca. Like shit. What was Chewbacca's son's name in Star Wars Holiday Special?
Christmas
Itchy.
special.
God.
Oh my!
Not
fucking
Itchy.
God.
It was Itchy.
Wasn't it? I don't think it was it Itchy?
No,
Itchy
it
was the
was
mom.
the
I
father.
think.
It was Lumpy, Mala, and Itchy. So which one is he?
Lumpy. I thought it was.
I think Lumpy was the
Is
kid.
it Lumpy?
Lumpy.
Star
Chewbacca?
Wars?
Okay.
Okay, I've got a question. I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. See. Look.
How the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
how the?
See.
That-
See. Now look at the dog.
That's
Okay.
a dead ringer.
Now look at Lumpy. Okay.
Look at Lumpy.
So he doesn't look so much look like Chewbacca as he looks like Lumpy. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But still a Wookiee is my point.
Yeah.
It's you know.
How do they know how the fucking names are pronounced? Because I'm not being funny, but you know, y'all have heard Chewbacca talk. We've all heard Chewbacca talk.
Yes.
How the hell do you translate into fucking Lumpy? How does that work?
Lumpy.
What is it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
exactly.
like direct translation, like they're saying Lumpy and they're fucking Chewbacca language or whatever the fuck it is.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, they're really named after the conditions they have. Lumpy because of all of his festering boils. Itchy because of his nonstop, herpes that he's been suffering with for decades. And Mala has malaria and they just shortened it? I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
She's just socially maladjusted, It's not serious.
Yeah,
but...
there we go.
Well, yeah, they other people name them after the conditions they're most known for. Lumpy with his bleeding pustules.
Mhm.
And Chewbacca has, he has a tobacco problem.
Yes. It's a filthy habit, Chewbacca. You
Yeah,
need to stop. This is an intervention.
It is the Baca family, so yeah, he's been dipping in the chew too long, and yeah, he's eventually got a giant cancerous face, and he's gonna have lumps like Lumpy. And
Do you think one of those little box things that he has on his bandolier there is a spittoon? Do you think that's what that is?
I think they're all spittoons. That's how bad it is. They're all
I love
spittoons.
so much that with this made up action figure of Lumpy, you get a free B. Arthur. I love that so much.
I'll take a free B. Arthur.
Look at that, free B. Arthur.
I just love how bad the figure looks. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Free B. Arthur action figure with the purchase of any 5 Star Wars action figure.
Yeah, but I mean, the original Kenner action figures looked like shit. They really did look like this.
Oh, yeah.
This is a pretty
Look,
faithful rendering, honestly. It's
I need the Estelle Getty figure, or I want my money back.
No, you don't remember B. Arthur she ran the cantina at Mos Eisley in the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah, that's fine, but I still want the fucking Estelle Getty Sophia figure.
As if there aren't Golden Girls action figures. Come on, we know there are.
Oh, there are.
Yeah,
They have them at my exchange.
Look at the speed I'm typing with and spelling things correctly, even though there they go, right there. Yeah.
Oh, and look at him.
Oh, look, you even get an action bag with her Kung Fu grip, Estelle Getty.
Estelle Getty was, by the way, the youngest of the 3 of them during shooting.
Yeah, that says a lot. Well, she wore a wig and shit, didn't she?
Oh, yeah. And if anybody wants to send me these, the P.O. box is in the description of any
you
video.
get a pie. I wonder if her bag opens up and is, full of guns and shit.
Those guys?
Well, there's no violin cases.
Estelle Getty, drug lord. Shelly said, "You have Golden Girl socks, Sin."
Do you?
I
Sin?
do. I absolutely do.
Organized violent crime.
I have a Golden Girls t-shirt, too, that has all 4 of them on it that says, "Stay golden."
Speaking of things that are golden, woman stopped at the Canadian-American border smuggling 20 liters of petrol into her vagina.
Oh, good God.
How is this
I'm
golden?
sorry.
Golden urine, petrol.
In
inside.
her vagina, inside.
And the background is
of-
gold.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't question my segues far. It's not easy.
I am questioning
where-
this one. What the fuck, man?
You're gonna have to explain this. Where did she
okay,
keep it?
Wait till you hear about the
Yeah.
dangling tube that was noticed that gave her away.
What?
Yeah.
I just want to point out, that's more than 5 American gallons.
Yes. That is, yeah, what is it?
Yeah, 20 liters is not a small
3.7
amount.
is the conversion, something like that?
3.78 liters to the American gallon, I think.
3.78? Fuck. That's
Yeah.
crazy
a lot.
town. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Dude,
now,
that's like
Yeah,
8.
20 liters.
That's 7 gallons.
admittedly, she is a very rotund-looking woman, but still.
I don't think she
It
did it all
doesn't
at
mean
once.
she's got a giant vagina. Just shove 20 liters of petrol.
But by all means,
You don't know. That could have been her fucking way of contraceptive, man. What are you shaming her?
It's a fucked up contraceptive.
Just acid wash.
Let's find out how it happened. Beth
You better
Connor,
like
of
shoving Listerine up there than fucking petrol. What the fuck?
Beth Connor of Sweetgrass, Montana, was stopped trying to enter the United States when a border patrol noticed a odd smell coming from her undercarriage. A female agent was called to search Beth. The agent noticed a spout that stuck out of Beth's vagina and that it had a slow drip. When the agent went in close for a sniff, it realized she had stumbled across a crime in progress.
Sniff.
Transporting gasoline from
God.
Canada into America is a huge no-no. Canada and America do not have free trade when it comes to combustibles. Beth was asked to remove whatever it was inside of her cavernous vagina. And to the surprise of all around, a 20-liter red can of petrol slid with a gentle tug.
This is fucking made up.
Are you shitting me that she shoved a jerry can up her coochie?
That does not seem possible. What the fuck?
This is from
How?
rings.com. I don't know. That might be a total bullshit website. I have no idea.
How?
Gas is like
Carefully.
25% the price it is in America. I got me 20 gallons for $40, said Beth. Arresting agents tried to tell her she had purchased liters and not gallons, and thus there were no real savings, but Beth knew she had a deal that wouldn't be convinced otherwise. A metric system could be tough for some folks.
Oh, you fucking dumb bitch.
You fucking idiot.
You fucking dumb bitch.
I
Yeah,
just
they
love the
totally
fact
use
that-
gallons in Canada, right? I got 20 gallons. Like, what the fuck?
I just love
Well,
the fact
I got
that
a
a woman-
question. Bar and any females watching, which I assume is just Shelly. What would be worse? Shoving a jerry can up your cunt or a tumbler glass in your piss hole?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's, the tumble glass, honestly, just because that's like, I'm still mystified by how the fuck that even happened in the first place.
Yeah, that's pretty.
No, like that particular hole should never be that big.
I am in strong disagreement with the use of the
Although-
word mystified there. Nauseated, disgusted, befouled,
Although
befuddled,
in saying
sure,
that,
but-
in saying
How does one sound
Plenty
so
does have
much?
Plenty
you
does
can
have a
fit it?
friend that's a nurse in training, right? And
Mhm.
apparently, it is known that sometimes certain older women did mistake the urethra for a vagina, so it is
So what
possible.
you're telling me So what you're telling me is that all this bullshit that men get from women over the years about not being able to find certain parts of the female anatomy
Yeah,
is
well,
not
at least
solely
in older,
just to the male population.
at least older women. Yeah, there's probably equal blame there.
Oh no!
Nowadays, not so much, but Jesus Christ, like.
How do you
That's like the one
sound
thing where it's just like
so much that you can fit a glass into your urethra?
I can answer that
years
question,
of
I'm
not
going
knowing
to.
which hole is the right hole. Liz.
I'm just saying, like, you know, at some point, you know, what are you starting with, like toothpicks or something like that to widen the hole, and then you getting
all
like
right, all right,
vent
all right.
hole
Wow,
or
Jesus Christ. All right, this-
going all the way up to a glass?
all right.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I've heard.
Oh.
All right, sir. That's enough of that.
You know, before we started the show this evening, I had a personal friend of mine, ask me, "So you're doing a show tonight, Sam?" Yeah, I am. Whoa, what's the show called? I'm so glad I didn't fucking tell him. I'm so glad.
I have friends of mine that ask me that. They're like, "Hey, I can watch the show, right?" No.
No, you can't.
Yeah, that's a big no.
I mean,
Not
unless
tonight.
you're comfortable with, you know, talking about conversations where people sound so much that it whistles when they piss.
Yeah. Well, look, let's look at it this way. We're gonna call it a fake story, but let's all feel really bad for whoever the hell it was in this picture that they used for this. Like, God,
Oh god,
damn.
right?
Like one way or another, this is depressing. Either this woman really did this, or somebody
Looks like that.
took this would-be muckbanger and used her for this story, this satire
I
story.
I just
Yeah,
love the
like,
fact.
oh,
I
God.
do love the fact that they say she comes from Sweetgrass,
Yes.
Montana. I feel that there is a poetry there. There's an implication of of a sort there, and yeah, if you can spot it, you'll enjoy it too.
Okay, so we have a choice going forward. We can look at 30 buildings that would make the perfect villain lair. And there's some good ones in there, in my opinion.
All right.
Okay, we can look at the 10 weirdest boats weirding it up on the sea. The 30 most ridiculous real estate listing photos. Or the WikiHow on how to predict your child's birth from a horoscope in 11 easy steps.
Oh, that's too many steps.
That one's been sitting there for a while.
It has
hasn't
been, and we're going to get to it, I swear to you. And I've also got right beside it 3 ways to practice nudity in your family.
Oh, that's a Do the first WikiHow, Polly. Fuck it, let's get it out of the way.
do the WikiHow of how to predict.
Do the WikiHow.
All right.
Number 1, live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and be part of the naturist lifestyle.
Number 2, make a VHS tape. About it.
I'm gonna be in a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hannah Madden, who's a staff writer for WikiHow, co-authored this
What a
particular piece.
prestigious position you have for yourself there, lady.
No, the prestigious thing for WikiHow is definitely being illustrator, and you and I both know that there, Far.
You mean tracer, right? Of
Yes,
stock images? Because that's what they're doing.
Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, I had to click on the no script here. No script and my VPN are increasingly getting along less and less. It's not good. No, I don't. Join us in our mission for over a decade. We've been on a mission to help. Are you asking for money from me? No.
Yes.
Of course.
Look, it's what wikis do, Polly.
Yeah.
They ask for money. Whether or not you give it to them is another story. But at least they're asking.
Yeah. All right, number 1, calculating your birth chart. Get the time, date, and location of your birth. When you make an astrological birth chart, it's important to be as specific as you possibly can, right down to the GPS coordinates. I added that last part in. Figure out the exact time, date, and location
It's
of your
actually
birth.
a legit thing.
Shut
That's
up.
actually it.
There's
I'm not kidding.
There's horoscopers that want to know your GPS coordinates of your birth.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Does he have to
Yes,
be like
I can
3-dimensional?
cite. I can actually cite something that uses that. There's a DS game for this that I own because I found it hilarious and I bought it for like $1.
Do you have to include like the height as well? You know, the fucking elevation is barometric pressure.
The elevation, no,
relative to
but it has like GPS coordinates, the exact time down to the fucking second, exact country of birth, like it just fucking everything. And it's like, who has this information just ready to go?
Well, what happens if you were born in Czechoslovakia? I mean, that country got, fragmented into 2.
I guess it's just whatever one you happen to be in now. Like, I don't fucking know.
No, I need latitude and longitude right down to I want the hours, the minutes, the seconds of the lat and the long, man. I want it all.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
but that's what some of these things do, and it's just
Well,
like...
it says right here, Far,
Jesus
you don't need the
Christ.
exact address you were born at. Just the city or town is fine. So much for your thinking.
No, I'm not saying address. I'm saying latitude and longitude. That's a little
they
different.
say you don't need them.
No, there's some of them that do.
Okay,
It's
well, someone
really
got lazy
strange.
with their. This isn't even tracing. This is just bad filtering.
Oh my god.
You can
Or at
enter
least with the laptop, anyway.
You can enter your information to a birth chart.
Holy cow! Your penis is gigantic.
Yay!
It's literally the biggest thing within the tri-state area. Your penis is bigger than a small elephant. It's bigger than, like, a tree. A big old tree. Lots of branches on your penis. You must wake up every morning and thank the good Lord above. You're truly blessed.
Congrats!
Well, Travis Gardner, you've got many branches on your penis. Congratulations. It's
Yeah, thank you, Travis Gardner, for your many branched penis. Here is gas money, so don't have to use alternative storage. Well, thank you, Travis Gardner. I really appreciate that.
You are a fucking lifesaver, man.
Thank you. I don't have to use my vagina as a storage for 20 liters of petrol.
I'll take things far never thought you would say ever in the history of ever for 300, please, Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, do you even own a jerry can, Far? Come on.
No, I don't. I actually don't own a jerry can.
Sheckelstein says hello from former Czechoslovakia. Well, that's, yeah. What? The Czechs and the Slavs always got along. If we jam their name together and draw a map line around them, there will be no fighting at all. It will last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Eternal peace. This is the solution.
Yeah, Europe operates as a monolith, don't you know?
I do know, yeah. It's... I love how it says so you can enter it into like astro.com, which is a very deceptive site because I'd go there looking for interesting space news, which I enjoy, and I'd see just a bunch of,
Yeah.
Well, if you're a Libra, you can't get along with a Pisces. Some sites will ask for your name and gender as part of their information. However, these have no bearing on your birth chart, so you don't have to input them if you don't want to.
Real quick. They're basically telling you to go to a website and give them your personal information.
Yes, they are.
That's
Send nudes.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if I'm astrogender and I identify with the stars?
Then I will hit you with
fuck
a
you then, Quiz.
Wait a minute. It says select circular birth chart, right? Okay, yeah, we've seen these, charts
Yeah.
that connect, right? It's the bad. What was that old 70s toy? Stenograph or whatever, where you would. Anyway.
Yeah.
Spirograph.
Spirograph, is that what's called?
Yes.
Far. We've seen commercials for it when we were watching 70s commercials where it's like, yeah, you put a pen in it and you spin it around the inside and it makes all these interesting geometric kind of shapes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, they used to do those at SciTech.
It's a bit
Except
like
giant table.
It's a bit like astrology if you think about it. You go round and round in circles and never fucking get anywhere.
Yes.
Well done, Sam. It is exactly like astrology. 10 out of 10.
It tells you
High
to,
five.
it tells you to go to a site like astro.com, hit the circular birth chart, and then look under childbirth predictions. That's your how-to. We're already in step 3. You said 11 steps. What are the rest of them?
Yeah.
Sex ed?
Have sex, get pregnant.
Predicting conception and birth. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Look, see this right here, this stuff going on. This is to make it look like it's consistent and has some kind of external validity. You know what I mean? Like, well, look, there's
And
lines and
Libra
numbers and
and
stuff.
a Virgo love each other very much.
When a moon and a Jupiter get together, they have a Venus. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Well, yeah, it seems legit to me.
Check the sign of your 5th house to see how fruitful you will be. Far, do you want to know how fruitful you're going to be?
House? No.
Yeah, well, like the houses of the zodiac are like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, etc.
Yeah,
How fruitful you'll be? Is that like saying how fertile you'll be?
Yes, like as in be fruitful and multiply.
Oh.
Well, considering that I don't exactly plan on having biological children of my own, I don't really give a shit.
Holy shit, you're going mechanical too? Winsies.
Hold on. Virgo, Aries, and Leos are considered less fruitful signs. I'm a Virgo, and I'll have you know my boys swim very well. It's...
This is exactly the information we want to know about you, Polly. Thank you so much.
No, what you're saying is this is a Virgo, your amphora runneth over.
Well, we already know it's bullshit. Virgo means the virgin, and that's not me.
No, you too kiss ladies on the mouth, don't you, Polly?
Oh, yeah, I'm so gay, I know, right?
No,
Sheckelstein,
he
thank you for
fucking
the
holds their hands.
Thank you for the $3, Sheckelstein, and the Weebo Legs. What a lovely way to start my day. Thanks for the show. Well, our collective apologies, sir.
I don't apologize.
I apologize for nothing.
So any other signs will often produce mixed results. Okay, so we don't fucking know. So you're supposed to examine the 7th and 8th and 9th houses for sexual activity and health. Okay, so I'm not fucking by a chart. If a woman breaks out one of these spirographs and says, well, we can't have sex tonight. Why not? Well, our chakras aren't in alignment with our houses or whatever the fuck. I'm
Well,
out.
Mercury's not in retrograde.
Yeah, no.
Me, I'm not spiritual. Me, I'm religious.
I mean, at that point, I'd be pulling out my Ouija board to,
It's a Jupiter!
Yeah, you're having a Jupiter. I hope your vagina's wide because they're really big.
Oh,
I just
And
And not because
incredibly
you just
dense.
shoved 20
Not
inches
unlike
of
a
petrol
jerry
up there.
can. I mean, it is a gas giant.
Look for Jupiter multiple times in your birth chart for a better chance of pregnancy. In astrology, Jupiter represents growth, expansion, healing, prosperity, good fortune, and miracles. You would have thought Venus, goddess of love,
Yeah. Well, I guess.
I just want to know what happens if it makes a prediction about Uranus.
Really?
Right?
You went there, Sam? Really?
Of course, I
Babies
went
come
there.
from butts, Sam.
Sometimes. Anyway.
You predict your child's due date with the 5th and 9th houses. If you're wondering when the baby is going to be born, check. Well, wasn't that the whole point of the article?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's fairly safe to assume that the when the baby is going to be born is probably 9 months after conception.
Right? Fucking right?
No,
I don't need to check an astrology sign to figure that out.
No, I gotta check the chart quiz. I need to know. The chart is the
Can you
only
imagine-
way.
Can you imagine the poor expectant mothers that buy into this crap and, the baby's just
God.
chilling there in utero and it's just like,
And they have no
we're not quite
idea.
done yet. I need
And
to
the
bake a
baby's
little
smarter than the woman.
Meanwhile, the expectant mother's just like tapping on the tummy like, come on, the chart says you're done.
We need spirit science to do a video on this to explain.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh man, that would be great.
The moon
Good
is
old
an egg,
Snap.
and your 10th, 5th, and 9th houses
Did you know
align, and blah blah blah.
That
yeah.
And
spirit
then the
science
time traveling
before
space Jews came along
Yeah.
somehow
know
into the
that-
mix.
that space Jews from the future. Did you know that before spirit science was a leader of a cult, he made a game called Mother Judgment on Newgrounds, where it's like a woman killing, like a nun killing zombies with like 2 guns.
Yeah, of course he did. I mean, I knew he was on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Why do
'Cause
nuns
they
with
have-
guns keep coming up for us? What?
I don't know, but I'm not complaining.
This is a consistent theme, and it's weird. Okay.
Look,
this
none
is- this is
gonna
And that,
understand
and that was
everything,
spirit
okay?
science, and he's still a leader of a crystal cult warriors. So
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
that
that's-
guy. He's a nut.
I mean,
All right, you know what? I'm done
mean-
with this. Let's move on to cool-looking ships.
the moon
Alright.
is
Oh, that's a
Tyson's
huge
spirit
win right
folly.
off the bat. Look at that fucking
What the
radar deflecting badass.
that's a boat?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I've seen one before. It's because it's very difficult to detect by radar because all of the angles and the ways that it lets
Yeah.
radar waves pass underneath it, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, just how badass is that? I mean, this looks like the kind of thing that George Soros rides around in, Super villain.
Looks like a stingray.
Yeah. He's probably got
That's
5 or
just like
6 of these. Traveling
like the old
continent to
stuff.
continent, sowing discord. George Soros.
Like
It's-
Like the old stealth bomber was, mated with a fucking transformer or something. Today, I just feel like a ship.
Ooh, hubris. They do. And they're all led by George Soros. Thank you for the dollar. What was the time and exact geographical location that you got nutted in? Oh, you don't know who the father is.
Well, Mickey Lake.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, don't bring him into this. We'll be here all night.
well, yeah, no, what are the people, the poor girls that show up on Maury Povich, and they're selecting between 2
Oh,
and 3
God.
guys, and then they need to come back because the 3 guys they selected, none of them are.
Yeah,
Like
no,
Hubris is pointing out here. Like, how do you, what day did it happen on? I actually don't know. It's like, wait a minute, what do you mean you don't know? It's
It could have been like any time within this set of days or weeks. Who knows?
I don't
Man,
know,
I was
Maury.
fucking
For about
so
3
many
weeks
people.
there, I was slaying it, yo.
yeah, I love that ship so much. Okay, so here's the zipper pop.
Hey, it looks like a zipper.
It does look like a zipper, hence the name.
Well, okay then.
Yeah. Originally came up with the zipper motorboat in 2004, but it didn't shove off until 2010. Like many great and extremely weird things, it was an art project. Oh, fuck, man.
Of course.
Why?
Of course it is.
God, 2 bombs. They really
What is
weren't
it?
enough.
What was it meant to zip up?
The Pacific.
The plongeur?
Plongeur.
Plongeur. Okay.
Plongeur.
The history of submarines is surprisingly long, dating back to 415 BC. The first submarine propelled by something other than human power was the French plongeur, which relied upon compressed air to propel itself. It was first used in 1863 and was retired by 1872. The sub was the inspiration for the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I've never heard of this thing. This is interesting. I want to look into that more. That's interesting. You know what I'm gonna do?
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that you had Sam's and they pronouncing it correctly, and then you had Far just chime in Plonga.
I've seen this word before, mate. That's a fucking plonga right there.
It's a fucking Plonga right there.
Fucking plonga.
It's a fucking plonga, mate.
Oh shit! Love it.
Look at this smoking wreck.
Plunger.
Fuck the plunger. I'm still down with the monitor. That's
I'm a good monitor.
yeah.
You mean the plunger?
The Marjata.
It's a plunger, right?
Dude, I've been muted this whole time. What the fuck? I've been just sitting here talking, and I said, "Oh yeah, the plunger," and then Far said the plunger, and I was like, "Oh, you're just taking everyone's jokes, huh?" Nope, just couldn't hear me.
No, I came up with that on my own.
You know, man, Sinatra, that you got no one to
Same
blame
way.
but yourself on that one, there, man.
Yeah.
Okay, the Marjata.
The margarita.
Yeah, the Marjata.
It sounds like a mixed drink.
It does.
Yeah.
Polly, did you see the fucking drink I sent you on Discord?
Yes, but I don't remember right now because.
Okay, I'm gonna tell it to you guys, and I want to know what your genuine feel on this is. You two, chat.
All right.
This is called the Barbary Coast. It is an ounce gin, an ounce scotch, an ounce creme de cacao, an ounce heavy cream, and you can put an ounce creme de menthe in it.
What you had left over at the bar, the drink?
Yes, like gin and scotch in a drink, let alone creme de menthe and cream.
Yeah,
because you have scotch is gonna have like an oaky, burnt sort of taste, and then you have like juniper berries on top of that. That'd be kind of gross.
With mint, cream, and chocolate.
Ew.
I mean, the mint cream and chocolate by itself, I can kind of get behind that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Well, it's a peppermint patty.
Well, there was a shot that my friends and I had once at a bar. It was like he was looking it up on his phone, just looking for weird shots. He found it was called a Black Dragon. It's in a shot glass mixed in 3 parts. It's Scotch whiskey, peppermint schnapps, and Kahlua.
Oh God.
And okay, here's the thing, man. I hate chocolate mints. I think they're gross. It tasted just like a chocolate mint, and it was delicious.
Dude, scotch just doesn't play well with other things.
It doesn't, no, but
and scotch and gin,
great.
Such bold flavors. That's
no, that's gross.
Polly, what was the one I told you about? It was scotch and vermouth.
Yeah, scotch and sweet red vermouth. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds awful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sweet vermouth on its own is just no.
Yeah, aperitifs are just not great.
Yeah, digestives on the other hand. It's we can talk about that. Amaro, Jägermeister, fantastic.
Oh,
great! I love Jaeger.
One of my favorite things in my bar is Amaro d'Angostura. It's amazing.
Yeah, there are a bunch of really good Amaros out there. Okay, I was just reading. This is a spy ship, a Norwegian spy ship. So so you make it huge, you paint it bright green, and you put a bunch of radar balls on it, and no one will see your spy ship coming.
Super inconspicuous, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
The ocean is green, yeah.
I love this description.
That's IKEA the ship.
This is spy ship.
Together with an
That
olive
looks
branch.
great. Okay, this does not.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
That does not look like a spy ship.
That looks like one of the green ships that you used to have with your Army-Men figures.
Like a little swinging crane arm in there too. I think little you can see the rescue boat out of the side of it because they know it could like sink at any time because they're Norwegian.
Crappy IKEA made shit.
Yeah, a canister Stroman burst and the ship goes down. It's just
oh god.
You lose the Allen wrench and you have to just
clog.
You lose the Allen wrench and the whole ship is totaled.
Surstroming. And then they all jump
somewhere in that part of the world.
Yeah,
some fucking Norwegian hellhole.
Yeah. The Titan Mare Explorer. Oh, nice.
Let's go explore Titan's oceans. Yeah.
I'm all down for that, but
yeah, it's not really a ship.
It's not really real, is it? If you know what I mean. It's proof of concept models exist, possibly, I guess. But I mean,
I thought Titan was like frozen solid. Like
no,
all the oceans.
no, it's not.
No, that's
no. It's got a
Farnos or moons.
Yeah, I know my moons. Most moons, yeah, they are frozen, except for a couple. Titan is one of them where it's not actually frozen. Actually, interestingly enough, if humans were to go there, you wouldn't even have to wear a full-on suit. You would just need an oxygen mask. Like, that's how just well the atmosphere is there.
Mm.
So it actually has oceans and shit. It's just not water. Yeah. The oceans are liquid, though. But a lot of moons do actually have liquid oceans underneath the surface. It's just, it really, really depends.
Yeah, Joshua Montgomery's right. It does look like a bathtub toy. The Norwegian.
Oh my god, yeah.
It does.
Yeah, good call. Yeah. Okay, moving along. Duck tour boats.
Oh yeah, the Wisconsin
Magic School Bus.
Dude, fucking Miss Frizzle is piloting that bitch.
Isn't it Miss Frizzy?
No, Miss Frizzle.
Is it Frizzle?
Why would you call the ship the Desdemona? She was strangled to death and she was an innocent woman. Why would you ever... Desdemona, Othello's wife from Othello?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, strangulation and drowning aren't so far removed.
Dude, well, this is what I mean. It's like...
both rely on a lack of air.
Everyone welcome aboard my ship, the Lydia. You know, it's a... No, this is...
Welcome aboard the mining vessel Persephone.
Yeah. Don't worry, there's a lifeboat, the Cassandra. It harbors no ill omens at all.
Oh, God alive.
The foreign. The foreign.
Foreign.
Yeah,
it looks foreign.
I'm not even gonna try. Not even trying.
The Ketavalium. Yeah, I tried getting some Ketavaliums from my doctor. He said no.
The Ket and Valium. Jesus.
Ketamine and Valium? Hell
You
yeah, man.
fucking
Sounds like a
piece
party.
of shit quiz.
What? What?
I inhaled to say that exact sentence.
So they've been housebound for a long time. Okay. The design dates back to 3000 BC. And there's...
Well, it certainly looks like it.
Yeah, and they're still in the same position. Okay. That's good.
Some things change. Some things don't.
Yeah. The Sea Shadow. The IX-529. Finally. Okay. The Lockheed
Yes, Lockheed Martin, too.
Yeah, they built the... people said that... A couple of people mentioned in chat that it dates back to the early 2000s, that it's old school, and it's like, okay, fine. I'm just saying I still think it looks cool. Lockheed Martin built the Sea Shadow to be a stealth plane of the water, evading detection by conventional radar. From 84 to 93, the United States Navy tested it in secrecy before unveiling it to the public. It uses swath design, in which 2 powered nacelles. It has nacelles! That's so Star Trek. I love it.
that word.
Yeah. That are submerged.
Fucking nerd.
Fuck you. The boat was dismantled in 2012, and the Navy unsuccessfully tried to sell it off. Yeah, right. George Soros bought it up, and it's a secret. So this thing is basically a giant hydrofoil kind of thing? Like, that's pretty
It
cool.
seems like it, yeah. It makes me wonder if there's like giant pontoons on either side of the arms.
Well, it's kind of what they're saying, giant nacelles. If you watch Star Trek, you'd know that. Yeah. The Yervind. Sven Yervind is a Swedish artist and builder.
Oh, Swedish, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an art thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey.
It's barely over 4 meters long. Open sea travel. Yeah, who's going on the open sea in this fucking thing? Look at the size of the oar. It gives you.
Dude, you're not going in anything larger than a pond in that.
I mean, when
apparently someone sailed across the ocean in a fucking canoe.
Well, someone's a fucking dummy.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying, do you want to do it? You know what I mean?
No.
When
should you do it?
Yeah, when your rear sail's the size of a fucking bath towel, that should be a sign.
Right?
No, it only has the one sail. That is his bath towel.
It's just called heaven. This does not look like heaven.
It's a pontoon hammock.
It is. Yeah.
That looks like a fucking anxiety attack.
Well, can you imagine trying to row that? Like every time that you're like pushing on the water, the hammock is like tilting on one side, kind of like threatening to dump you into the water.
You have to go whoa every time.
How many times do you think that guy has just fallen in because the hammock is just like gonna like spin around and fucking dump him in?
That's what I mean. Like your pontoons could flip you, the hammock could flip you. Like, what else do you want to?
If he falls out, he could land on one of those like little things on the side there.
Set the whole thing on a bouncy castle and put to sea during a giant windstorm. Yeah, and it is anxiety on the ocean. Yeah, well said, Sin.
Yeah.
It's just Jesus Christ. The boat appeared at a University of California event where they don't pay professors. No, that was UCLA. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, University of California system. Which one? UC what?
Fucking California.
Well, yeah. Hell.
Is that a bathtub?
In 2015, 2 men set sail in this boat made of glued together pieces of discarded insulation, which cost them £9.
What? That's oh god! Why would you do that?
It broke on its maiden voyage to no one's surprise.
Why would you do that?
As neither of the designers knew how to swim, and with no life jackets, the police had to rescue them.
What the fuck?
Well, you called it hell. All of our jokes just don't add up to you called you about hell.
Like this is just the ultimate what the fuck.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like
It's
you
two
made out of
drunk
insulation.
English fellas, that's what that is.
Yeah.
You couldn't swim. You had no life jackets. Like at
Where
what
were they
point do you
going?
think natural selection is just the only answer?
That's a good
Where were-
question. Did
where
they
were
set
they
a
going?
not a flight plan, but what do you call it, Far? We've watched enough.
The course?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a course.
yeah.
They charted a course or something like that.
Yeah, and you submit it to people, so if you disappear, they cut it nowhere to find you.
Yeah.
Nah, they were trying to smuggle
just-
people into the
Just
UK. That's
tell
what that shit
someone. Like even if you just tell like someone at home, a relative, a friend, someone, like yeah, we're doing this dumb shit. We don't come back. This is why.
I mean, this could end up on Barely Sociable. Like we've seen enough
Oh, it
Barely
absolutely
Sociable
could.
disaster at sea
It's-
stories that this could be it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Now you see,
Oh.
they bought a bunch of insulation for
That's
11
that.
pounds, like 9 pounds. They glued it together, and they went out on their maiden voyage. They never came back. This is
Yeah.
the police investigation showing just how inept the police are at ocean crime. Yeah, there we go. The Barely Sexual video.
Yeah.
I need what's his face from Unsolved Mysteries to narrate this for me.
Robert Stack.
Robert Stack.
Yeah.
Police investigated the local maritime area.
This looks like one of those videos that you'll see randomly pop up on your Twitter or Facebook feed of an Indian just building a pool. Like, this is what he makes it out of.
It does. It does give off like pool vibes, doesn't it?
But that guy, like, he makes these things work.
Yeah.
Like that. Have you seen the one where the dude, like, he dug himself like a full-on spa pit and like filled it with water and stuff like that, and all he was using was like one tool to build an entire like mud hut, but it had like all of these modern accommodations, including like a fucking spa. It's ridiculous.
I don't know if I believe that shit.
Oh, the primitive technology channel type stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Sinatra.
Yes.
Being there, he's a AAA guy. You remember this?
Yes.
Sam this was not my idea. Okay, Sam just said, "Oh, can I help? Can I send you some things?"
Boy, the underside of this bus looks delightful.
I'm just saying, I had the otter will again be unsettled by mushrooms because we've got a whole bunch of them.
So, wait, as a quick callback, was that Sam now smelling the undercarriage of that bus?
Oh dear.
Let's do
It
it.
smells like
what
petrol and loss of dignity.
That they can even turn out blue is bad enough. The blue melt mushroom, the Star Wars mushroom.
I actually think that looks pretty neat, but very poisonous at the same time.
Yes, it does look very poisonous. Do not eat. The color is screaming at you.
Yeah, right?
Moving along.
Got a pleasant earthy smell.
The lion's mane shroom.
That's a mushroom?
It's easily recognizable by its long white spikes. It's known by many other names, such as the bearded tooth, the hedgehog, satyr's beard.
Mushroom the hedgehog.
It's
good
native
to know
to
that
North
Sonic
America,
Fandom is
Europe,
keeping
and
this
Asia.
alive.
That just doesn't even remotely look appetizing.
It actually says, despite its strange looks, it is edible. No.
And its taste is compared to seafood?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's a mushroom. Mushrooms don't have taste.
Mushrooms do, in fact, have taste, but
They fucking don't lie.
barely taste, though.
Okay, two things. First off, stop lying. Mushrooms don't taste like anything. Second off, they are not so bad they taste like poison.
Mushrooms are like taste sponges. They soak up a lot of other tastes.
Yeah.
Holly, I feel like these ladies and gentlemen here, they've never had like a steak mushroom.
No, mushrooms taste like things. I've made made mushroom ketchup from.
What does a mushroom taste like on its own?
Earthy.
Depends on the type of mushroom.
Yeah,
exactly. It doesn't taste like anything.
No, man, seriously, because like I said, I've made mushroom ketchup for out of my colonial cookbooks because it was really popular back in colonial times. And once you make the first part of it, the broth, the mushroom broth, believe me, it tastes like extremely earthy. I don't know how else to describe it.
No, Sin is syntactically correct here. By itself, a mushroom doesn't taste like anything.
It just tastes like a mushroom.
It tastes like whatever you have near the mushroom.
That's what I said. Mushrooms are flavor sponges.
Yeah, some of these things, like Sin, you're gonna remember some of these mushrooms because it's like there's only so many gross mushrooms in the world, even though there's like thousands and thousands of them. But like, yeah,
Shelly said mushrooms taste like other mushrooms.
Oh God!
See, that one looks like it tastes like tomato.
It does. Travis Gardner, thank you for the $3 in the Weibo legs. Mycology creeps me out. Fungi has no tastes. They all wear Crocs.
Wow.
All I heard was Sin is right.
Travis Gardner says Sin is right in his own way. Thank you very much, Travis Gardner. Greatly appreciated. It kind of looks like a lobster's tail on the end, I guess.
I guess.
But it's not a true
just...
mushroom, but rather a
This looks like
fungus
something
that
you would see on a
grows.
tomato paste can.
Oh my God. It's not a
Oh, it
mushroom.
does.
It's a fungus that grows on mushrooms.
Oh god!
It's a
So they're
mushroom.
lying to us.
It's a mushroom's mushroom.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
mold
mushroom
shroom.
parasite.
A mold shroom.
It's a mold shroom.
Oh my god. I hate it. Thanks. I hate it.
Wouldn't that be instead of a mushroom? It would be a mushroom mold. It's molding on a mushroom.
What?
Yeah, but that's less funny.
That's one of
Yeah, but that's not
CCR's
as-
lesser known songs.
I felt something was missing, and that was it. Weebo deconstructing jokes. There, yeah, there. Now I
Yeah,
feel
there
it.
we go.
Someone's got to do it.
I know.
That's CCR's least famous song. Molding on a mushroom.
What kind of backward stream is this? You get an autistic guy making jokes, and the other people just like decompiling them.
Oh yeah, we saw this one.
It's the classic.
Yeah, this thing
Dude.
right out of Alice in Wonderland. It's a little...
That is the aesthetic. Cleveland is having the Alice in Wonderland experience, and
Okay.
it's supposed to be like a 50-course thing where they bring you food on a little tiny saucer, and it's all food inspired by Alice in Wonderland.
Do they all have
it's
like
so
a
Midwest.
little? Do they have, they all have, like, a
We're
little
going to
tray
one
that says
called
"Eat?"
a Sleepy Hollow, where it's cocktails inspired by Sleepy Hollow.
Okay, now that sounds
dude.
cool. Sleepy Hollow is one of my
I'm
favorite
going to that,
stories of
yeah.
all time. Yeah, I'd fucking
Oh,
do it in
God,
a
yeah.
minute. Yeah.
I learned something recently. Ohio seems to be like the place for American like horror mythology. I know
Oh,
that
God.
like Sleepy Hollow is supposed to take place in upstate New York, but like there's so many things. Like one of the things that I learned recently, there's a ghost town in Red Dead Redemption 2 called Pleasance, and it's actually based on a ghost town in Ohio called
Helltown.
Boston. Yeah, Helltown.
Boston, Ohio, yeah.
Yeah. I want to go there. Next time I go and visit my dad, I want to go there.
Dude, we're planning a trip there. Hit me up. We'll try to work it out.
Okay, we'll see.
I still say that doesn't even look real. It looks like a ceramic thing that old ladies put in
It
their little
does.
gardens.
Candy. Tell
Yeah,
me
it
that doesn't
does.
look like a candy.
Oh, it does
Like
look
a
like it
gummy
as well,
candy.
actually.
Looks like a strawberry and
Oh
cream
my
candy.
God.
And
That
it
looks like
a brain.
Well, it's called the
Ah,
brain
what a
mushroom.
great
Yeah.
name.
Oh
That
God.
or
that's-
mincemeat just dumped on the ground.
Yeah, yeah,
Does it,
yeah.
does it grow on
It
someone's
looks like
head?
it looks like someone took a brain and a scrotum and just kind of fused them.
It looks like one of Kay's meatballs.
It does.
Has it been boiled?
Yes. It has been boiled to perfection to clean the meat.
Everyone go watch Kay's cooking. It's awesome. But that is
Oh,
a
the people.
that is a really
That
wow.
Russian was
I don't
really
even
good
I don't even have the
impression.
right words. It's so folded in on
Ah,
itself.
people.
Ugh.
Today I'm making meatballs.
Yeah, intestines,
Mama,
right? Yeah.
Meatballs.
That's unsettling.
The bleeding tooth fungus. We saw this one before, right?
Fungus.
Yes, that is
yeah.
very unsettling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is just Jesus.
God, if you
Although it
tryptophobic,
also
get
kind of
away
looks
now.
like lollies, like candy in some way.
That's raspberry flavored.
That's what I mean.
It would be, wouldn't it?
And it does ooze that crap. And it's inedible but non-toxic. It oozes a thick red fluid through its tiny pores, creating the appearance of blood. The colorful pigments on this mushrooms are also used to dye fabrics. Again, mushrooms Polly finds unsettling.
Inedible but untoxic tells me it's edible but really gross.
Right?
Gee, I don't know. Gotta be positive.
Man, usually like fruits or like any other sort of vegetation that has like blood in the name is usually really tasty. Like blood oranges are fucking my favorite fruit of all time.
Tell me where else that analogy goes.
Hold on for a second. Travis Gardner, thank you for the $10 and the Muppet Chunks. For some reason, Cleveland has so much weird shit in its past.
Oh
Balloon
my
Fest and 10-cent beer night.
Dude, we have a place here called Franklin Castle. If anyone's ever interested, you should definitely check that out.
Is that the one where the dude like took brick by brick like a castle from Europe and rebuilt it?
It may be, but there was supposedly like a fucking nursery of toddlers was butchered in one of the rooms and they just walled it
Whoa.
off.
Sweet, dude.
Hold on, let's get back to this.
Supposedly.
Let's get back to
Say,
this.
Sweet dude, to the phrase, yeah, there's a room where a bunch of toddlers were butchered.
I want to focus on this
Chris.
10-cent beer night that Travis Gardner mentioned. Is that a thing?
That's ringing a bell, but I can't like pull the memory
Like
to
where
my,
and when
like,
is what I'm talking about. Like because you know.
whatever. It sounds like something that they're
Always
not doing
interesting.
again.
10-cent beer.
Because I'm interested. Far, remember where the fuck did we see it? The guy that had the sexual fixation on Ohio as a landmass.
Well,
Yeah.
wasn't that,
Yeah.
that's an ancient Deadwing Dork video.
Yeah, it is a Deadwing.
Is that where we saw it, Deadwing? The guy who
Yeah.
tells the story of the Long Hunters and he did drugs
Yeah.
and the guy fucked him.
Yeah,
and
and,
Yes.
yeah, like
He's
basically
sexually attracted to the state of Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's got a sexual fixation on a landmass. Like what the fuck?
Apparently, 10-cent beer night was a thing at the Cleveland Indians games.
Well, yeah, so it's definitely not a thing anymore. The Cleveland ball team. Okay, moving along.
1974.
You know, I heard what the justification was for calling them the Indians. On our main bridge downtown, there's giant fucking statues on either side of it, and those are called the Guardians. Like, okay, that makes it. That's all right. I get that.
Brad Young says, I love Ohio.
Hey,
But not that much.
Do you like her?
Well, gee, I don't know. You gotta be positive.
Travis Gardner again, thank you for the $10. 10-cent beer night is a riot at a ball game. Damn right. Damn right. And people, they keep talking about, oh, you can't sneak liquor into a ball field anymore. It's, what? You're just not trying. Use your imagination. I do it all the time.
Dude, that bitch could sneak out fucking 10 gallons of coochie gasoline. You could sneak in.
You're just not thinking outside the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Cram your hip flask in.
And they're like, oh, well, they pat you down and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, man, yeah, I know. And I still get in with liquor. So what the fuck are you talking about? You're not trying. And every time I got a flashback to that Simpsons episode where Homer stopped drinking and he's sitting there beside all of the people that are drinking beer beside him. And he's just staring straight ahead. He goes, I've never realized how boring this game is. Shut up. Baseball's best sports ball. Speaking of balls, look at the giant puff ball.
Ugh. It looks like a popcorn.
Yeah, if a giant hailstone, it's
A giant marshmallow that's like puffing out.
oh my
It's
god.
like cracking at the seams, yeah.
They
Yeah.
occasionally reaching diameters of 150 centimeters and weights up to 44 pounds.
What the fuck?
It's an
Wait,
edible
90 fucking
mushroom
inches.
for a village.
Can you tell me, like,
It's made for
scroll up a
supply.
little bit.
Uh-huh.
Edible, not toxic. What does that say to you? Edible, not toxic.
It means you can
No,
eat
no,
it.
it's inedible.
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 Something. This is the secret to eternal life.
Yeah.
Inedible, not toxic. Vegan food.
Really fucking
Yeah.
gross is all that says to me.
Yeah, it
Well,
just it
Probably
tastes
gives you
absolutely
stomach
awful.
cramps.
Yeah.
Yeah, inedible and non-toxic means you're not going to die if you eat it, but you're not going to have a pleasant experience if you do.
It's like raw potato. That's inedible.
It still looks so good though.
The puffball or the candy?
Puffball looks
No,
good.
but
Both.
no,
It's
like that looks like it could be candy.
far. It's
It looks like a donut.
I understand
It's
what
like
you're saying because it's
leaking raspberry
shiny and it's
jam.
red, so you know you kind of think Jolly Rancher, but it's a thick red fluid that oozes out of a fungus's
Yeah.
pores.
It could be candy.
The adjective ooze just ugh.
Seeps.
See, yeah,
Blind.
ooze is a much worse word than moist if you stop and think about it. People should have a bigger, stronger reaction to ooze, in my opinion.
Nothing good ever
No.
oozes.
Chocolate lava cake. That oozes.
That doesn't ooze. That flows.
That oozes.
That cascades.
Oh, yeah, lava does flow far. So yeah, no, yeah, Sam has a point.
No, it oozes.
They feel like styrofoam, Brad Young says. Molly Okami simply says, shit! Okay. The golden jelly fungus.
That also looks like candy.
It does. That it looks inviting. It looks like
Right?
dried
How
yellow
poisonous
peppers.
is it?
Yeah.
Nah, it looks like earwax to me.
Apricots.
Yeah, it does look like apricot.
It has a gel-like body. I want to poke it now.
Right?
In dry weather, it doesn't hard orange bracket.
What does it say?
Yeah, witch's butter. Okay, that makes it sound gross. And there's the fact that there's
Frozen
bugs on it doesn't help either.
jelly
brain.
fungus.
I really want to poke it.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. You're complaining that there's bugs on it, and yet I guarantee if I put a truffle in front of you.
No. Truffles. Okay, look. Oh, look. Black truffle Gouda, and I've tried black truffle shavings on top of your pasta. You know, I've had it, and I've always been meh. I don't know. I don't get it. It's like saffron, the most expensive spice by weight in the world, supposedly. No.
Has like those little theft detection devices on them in Australian stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, saffron.
I mean, that's just to add a certain color to curries. Come on, that's not for the flavor. Not if you're being serious.
The Texas Star. Well, that just looks like an exploded shotgun barrel.
Either that or the fucking.
Okay. I got an answer. I got an answer for the jelly.
Okay.
The jelly fungus thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, although some have claimed the fungus to be inedible or merely non-poisonous, other sources say that it is edible but flavorless. The gelatinous rubbery consistency lends texture to soups. In China, the fungus is used by vegetarians to prepare an immunomodulating cooling soup with lotus seed, lily bulbs. I don't fucking know, but something about China is using it. Like Chinese vegetarians are using it.
It's herbal fucking medicine, homeopathy kind of bullshit.
Endogelinous?
Yeah.
What the fuck was the last sentence?
Immunomodulative.
Immunomodulating.
Oh, it's immunomodulating.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Immunomodulating.
That sounds very new agey.
Yeah, but
I feel my body humors are out of
this.
alignment, you know, that kind of shit.
You need to exercise your body thetans is what you need to do.
But come on, are we any of us surprised to hear that people in China are using this thing in their food?
No. That's where boy
Immunomodulating.
piss eggs come from. No, I'm not surprised
Exactly.
at all.
Virgin
little
boy
boy piss eggs.
Yeah.
And they beat fucking pangolins to death with sticks and then eat them, which is frankly disgusting. Pangolins are wonderful creatures.
Do you know why I like this Texas Star? Because it's found in only 2 locations, Texas and Japan. Like, wait, what?
Nice.
Is this a little bit like kudzu and like the Japanese brought it over and it's an invasive species?
I have no idea. I just like the idea that it's indigenous to only Texas and Japan. It's like, okay, did it glow right through the earth?
Indigenous to Japan and Georgia apparently, and it's taking over Georgia.
It has an appearance of a dark brown cigar-shaped capsule that transforms into a tan-colored star when it splits open to release its spores.
Yeah, see, you said that it was an exploded shotgun barrel. All I'm thinking of is just those trick exploding cigars.
Yeah.
Very cartoon. Very
turkey tail.
Very Looney Tunes.
Oh.
Now, see, that looks like something you'd find in a forest. I'm not offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think that's known by a slightly different name as well.
If you bring up anything Indiglo and pancake-like, I'm going to be very upset, Sam.
No, nothing to do with that. I've heard it referred to as Jew's ear. Oddly enough.
Okay. I thought you were going full blue waffle there for a second. All right.
No, get your mind out the gutter, Polly. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the one in the gutter.
Were you tricked into seeing blue waffles here lately, Polly?
Oh, there you go, Molly. Okay, I mean, there's another blue mushroom for you. Oh, and
that's
vibrantly blue. Well, she said she liked the first blue mushroom, so there you go.
Yeah, it is a very blue
I
mushroom.
love how Polly just ignored me.
I didn't. Well, we got 5 people at the bar, and I'm drunk. So, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, were you tricked recently into seeing blue waffles?
No, I have never looked up blue waffle. I've never seen Two Girls, One Cup. I am pure heart, clean mind. It's a good way to live.
I mean,
There's
no,
no-
yeah,
boring.
two
Okay,
girls
gotcha.
cup either. Or
I
blue
see.
waffle, and I have no plans.
Yeah.
I see he's also given up honesty for Lent. Oh,
What?
that
Wow,
is a cute
Kelly,
mushroom.
running a double team. What have you given up for Lent? Honesty. Good for you, buddy.
I gave up my dignity. Oh, who are you kidding? You gave that up years ago. Years.
You never had any.
How can you give up something you don't have?
Yeah. Number 14. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, glowies.
I
Bioluminescent.
I love bioluminescent fungi and jellyfish and whatnot. They're the coolest fucking things out there, man. And man, I want to. And fireflies, they're my very favorite bioluminescent thing.
Oh, we get those here. Yeah, they're great.
Nothing says summer cookout like fireflies, man. Do you have them in Ohio, Sin?
Of course. And
Sin passed
Sinatra's
out.
muted.
My God. My God.
Nah, he's muted himself. I wonder if he realizes.
First described in
I was
1860,
like,
the fungus
I
is known.
can say for him that yes, the fire Ohio gets fireflies.
They emit a pale green light. I want to grow these. Like, can you like have them so like when you walk into your kitchen at night, there'll be like growing shrooms there, like they're.
I mean, presumably.
I don't see why not.
Mycena chloral. That's a
Interestingly,
fucking-
they're only found in subtropical Asia, Australia, and Brazil. So you're winning there, Far.
I don't know if they would be nearby me.
Well,
Technically, it's not tropical where I am,
well, yeah. But they're so
and I
cool.
don't have any plans of going to Queensland.
The Mycena
Ever.
chlorophyos.
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 Yeah, I like them for everything. They got a classic mushroom shape to them, and they glow green. What more could you ask? Well, that they're also edible, so your food could glow too. That would be
Right?
just too much to ask, wouldn't it?
Oh my god.
You just sat in the
Glow in the
dark,
dark
room,
food.
chomping. Sat in the dark, just chomping on them and looking at yourself in the mirror, going, "I got a mouthful of green."
Instead of drinking that,
I'm eating
that horrible
greens.
tasting, instead of drinking that horrible tasting fucking liquid to get an X-ray, you just eat one of these mushrooms.
Yeah.
I-
No
I got one.
barium
Imagine
for
if
you. Well, we got mushroom drink.
Right?
If you brewed a beer out, because you know you can make mushroom beer, yeah. No, I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend it. It tastes fucking disgusting.
Yes.
But yeah, imagine if you brewed a mushroom beer out of those, and it glowed. You could puke on your way home, and it would light the way.
Sam, you must have been in a bar at some point where you had something with tonic water and they had black light in there, so your drink was glowing.
Oh, yeah.
A little gin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
Vitamin B also glows.
Under black light.
Yeah,
What, all of them, or?
well, I think so.
Sin, you got to do the glowy drink episode.
Oh, dude, I've already been working on it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The violet coral.
Ooh.
I'm okay
That looks
with
fake.
this. It does look fake. It looks very plasticky. It looks like shit that you put at the bottom of aquariums. You know,
Mhm.
It looks like it belongs in
probably
the bottom of the sea.
it absolutely does. Striking tubular pinkish violet fruit bodies that grow up to 10 centimeters. That's way too tall for my liking. The remarkable species commonly found in woodland litter and grasslands in many parts of the Americas, Australia, Europe, and Asia. So everywhere? Like, would you leave out
Except for
the
Africa.
Arctic and the
I've never seen one.
Antarctic?
I've never
I
seen one, you know.
Yes.
Africa.
Oh, yeah, Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, just the largest continent on the world. In the world.
No, Eurasia's the largest continent.
That's
It's
two
not-
continents.
It's not my Asia. It's our Asia.
Well, are we
Our
counting
Asia.
them by tectonic plates or are we counting them by unified landmass above water?
We like
Plate.
our social constructs here, Polly. It'll be Europe and Asia from now on.
Number 12, the morel. Here we are.
The moral.
Moral madness.
Looks like an almond.
But with
Kinda.
cavities and holes that nobody
Yes.
wants.
See, I think the most disturbing thing about the morel is the like the lotus sort of look to it. You know, like the millions of like tiny holes. Like you could just imagine maggots crawling out of them. It's gross.
I was not imagining that before, but thank you, Quiz.
You're welcome.
You know those people that have the phobia of groupings of tiny holes? Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's
fake ass
fake.
phobia.
It doesn't exist.
That's a fake phobia that doesn't exist because I find that
It
I
is,
find that
but you'll
disgusting
find-
personally.
Yeah, it is fake, but you'll find a bunch of people with Tumblr-esque mindsets being like, "No, it's real."
I don't know.
Disgusting is one thing, but irrationally afraid of it, no.
Yeah.
I saw some like disgusting is that's it. Like, do I run in fear and have panic attacks seeing it? No, I'm just I'm just gross the fuck out. I remember a Photoshop picture of one guy pulling his eye open in the center of his iris. Somebody had Photoshopped a bunch of tiny little. Oh God.
Well, apparently you anyone saying that it's fake is wrong. Trypophobia.
Trypophobia.
Yeah.
Trypophobia.
It's still fake.
Is the aversion of fear of clusters of small holes, bumps,
Okay,
or patterns.
aversion is not phobia.
I think under the technical definition of phobia, it is.
I mean,
my point is that this is aversion, the fungus. You know, that's what I'm getting at. You know, they're highly sought after by weirdos. Like, I mean, they might be
They
delicious.
make
but, like,
videos and then get their ashes spread so they can be bombed with the mushrooms.
yeah, they're like, oh, wait. and I've seen people say, oh, well, they may not look appetizing, but, you know, until you've tasted them. Well, to quote Jules from Pulp Fiction, it might taste like pumpkin pie, but I won't ever know because I'm not going to eat the filthy motherfucker. Like, it just...
Fucking A.
Ooh, the wrinkled peach mushroom. Okay.
Well, they're kind of cute.
It looks like
more
a
like
sea
a brain
sponge.
than the.
You know,
Looks more like a brain than the brain mushroom did.
Kind of does.
This is something that, what's his name? Geiger, the guy who developed the xenomorphs?
H.R. Geiger, yeah.
H.R. Geiger. This looks like something he would have come up with if it was black.
It's a Giger alien.
Yeah, Giger pods. You know, the alien is
It's a shaved tribble.
Thanks. Now I'll never be able to watch The Trouble with Tribbles and not see that. Thank you so much, you fuck.
I think The Trouble with Tribbles is the only episode of Star Trek I have gone out of my way to watch multiple times.
It's really good. I mean, there's great comedy in it. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Sam just ruined it. Thanks. Fuck. Number 10.
Apparently, tribbles are like a thing in the Star Trek Online MMORPG, and that like if you have one in your inventory and you have any other food items, it devours all the food and then multiplies all the tribbles in your inventory, and they take up like one slot per like inventory space. So it's impossible to get rid of them. So everyone just like launches them out the airlock.
Okay, this is the first one. Leaving the bioluminescent ones outside of it, of course, because they automatically win because they're super cool. These are the best looking ones. These are just like, if I was walking through a forest, I'd see this, I'd go, oh, hey, neat. You know, these look
like. Sorry.
No, I'm done. Yeah, I like their tiny stems, and they look like big, I don't know, backyard umbrellas or something.
Lamps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of look like lamps.
They look like someone drew a series of nuclear explosions whilst high on acid.
I don't. Why aren't they the pinwheel mushrooms? That's a bad name for them. They could have clam shrooms. Would have been a much better name.
That sounds faintly disgusting to me, but I'm with it.
Yeah. The split gill mushroom.
Oh, that's a peacock mushroom. Come on.
Yeah, it looks like a flower. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a dandelion.
It looks like you put
purple.
your finger in it and it like closes around the end of your finger or something.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
horrifying.
Andrew Thorsten, World War II parachutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Good
yeah,
call.
it does.
The paratrooper. Call it, yeah. That'd be even
Parashroomer.
better.
Parashroomer.
the parashroomer.
Yeah, it was.
Have I seen the DS9 episode of it? Oh yes, many a times because the
Yeah.
not only was it like really well written, it it stands up still today, the way they overlapped it, like digitally, if you know what I mean. Like, it's really, really fucking well done.
I also love the confrontation of Worf about what Klingons used to look like.
Yeah, just avoid. It's fine. It's fine. And you have to wait to season
We
4
don't
of
talk about
Enterprise
it.
to find out what he meant by that, which is cool. Okay, number 8, the Amethyst Deceiver.
Deceiver.
I got nothing.
You don't like the purple mushroom?
No.
Why?
I don't.
Ollie, you can't just go around asking young women if they like the purple mushroom, man.
Well, he didn't ask her if she liked his purple mushroom.
Stop it. Stop it. So what is it about the Deceiver you don't like? You like you like honesty in your shrooms? Is that the?
I guess so. Yes.
You're not really that
I
color.
think Sam's still laughing at the double entendre.
It's not that.
This is a mushroom that unsettles far. You did it, Polly. You found one.
I'm just picturing them sitting around going, one of us tells the truth. The other
Oh God, they're edible. Who wants to look down in their salad bowl and see that shit sitting in there? Come on.
I mean, to be fair, if you cut it up fine enough and put it next to some red cabbage, I don't think I could tell the difference.
Yeah, fair.
Probably.
Okay, yes, but when you take a food and you're like, okay, let's chop it up real small or no one's going to want to eat it, that should be a sign you shouldn't be putting it in your dishes to begin with.
Right?
I chop shit up real fine sometimes just so it'll cook faster.
Yeah, but that's one thing, right? You would still eat that if it wasn't chopped up finely.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It's another thing with this where it's like, no one's gonna eat that if they know what
Blend
it
it
is.
into a paste. I want purple shroom paste on everything.
The lilac oysterling.
Oh,
Oh.
That's aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's got those like veins and stuff.
It looks like the back of a really, really fancy chair.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. It's like one of those weird concave mushrooms where like you look at it from the top and it's like, you know, like a big old hole.
I don't like it when they don't tell me if it's edible or not. I don't appreciate
Right? That makes you suspicious.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take it like this whenever they say, like, they don't say if it's poisonous or edible or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
China's eating it.
Yeah.
Probably. With their bat soup.
Yeah.
I mean, they were eating the one that looked like apricots.
Oh. Eat the oysterling, bigot.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6, the red cage fungus. Oh, come on, those are just Cheetos.
It looks like Cheeto,
Yeah.
Eat mushroom Cheeto, bigot.
I don't like geometric ball fungus. I don't. No, again. Mushrooms, Polly finds. No, I'm disturbed. I don't like this thing.
It looks like you could kind of like pinch one, like each end, and just pull it out, and it would just end up being like a long string of mushroom.
Oh,
Also,
God.
I love this. Also known as the latticed stinkhorn.
The lattice.
The latticed?
Stinkhorn.
The latticed stinkhorn.
Past tense lattice.
Oh, okay.
Or the basket stinkhorn, if you will. Everyone's just silent. Yeah, just looking.
That was my nickname in high school.
Oh, wow.
Well, it doesn't say whether it's edible or not. It's
You know it's
So
bad
China's
when-
eating.
yeah,
And China's eating it.
yeah. You
know
dip
it's
in some
bad
batter,
when-
throw it in some hot oil, and yeah, it's
Yeah. Serve it with a side of Virgin Boy piss eggs. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
nice aioli for dipping. Yeah, everything's great.
Yeah.
Bat
What's wrong with
aioli.
aioli?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta make it appetizing somehow, Sam.
Yeah.
Play.
All
I
right,
mean,
here
Virgin,
we
boy,
are.
Virgin Boy eggs are just, you know, they've got no flavor on their own. Come on.
I wouldn't know. No, okay, so top
I
five.
still love the fact that you're the one that gets shit from that, and I'm the one who told you about it.
Right?
Number 5, the parasol mushroom, named quite obviously. Yeah, gotcha.
Aptly, yeah.
Because it resembles an umbrella.
Jesus Christ, 16 inches in height? That's a tall shroom.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Yeah, you could seat a child underneath one. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to get over the 44-pound snowball, but...
Puffball.
Puffball. It's... I wouldn't be disturbed walking through a forest and seeing one of these. I'd just be like, holy shit, look at the size of that fucking thing.
Yeah, because it looks like a mushroom.
Yeah.
You could rest your beer on that motherfucker. Not that I drink beer when I'm walking through the forest.
Of course not. No.
No.
It's time for magic mushrooms when you're walking through the forest. Don't ever drop mushrooms when you're going camping. It's bad time. I've heard.
You've heard.
I too have heard this.
Yeah. I actually have heard that. I've never done mushrooms, but people are like, don't ever do them camping, man. I'm like, I wouldn't do them sitting at home. But yeah. But apparently, I don't know. The woods and psilocybin, is that right? Is that the active ingredient? Anyway, yeah.
I mean, I could see it like being an issue if you're gonna go doing that outdoors. Like, imagine all the shit that you'd be seeing because you're outside.
Yeah.
In probably an unfamiliar place too.
I remember one guy telling me one time. He's trying to talk me into doing acid, which I've never done and will never do. Because I've seen people on acid, and I'm like, no.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm like, no. The walls are breathing, and et cetera, et cetera. Like, you know, it looks like things are moving that aren't moving, and I'm seeing tracers everywhere, and it's like,
yeah,
you know, and he's like, no, it's cool, man. He's like, because you're never really the same person after you do it. And I'm like, and you're trying to
that's an even bigger reason.
Yeah,
but I like me.
Yeah, like,
no, you're the same person. Like that's bullshit.
Okay, this was his line. He goes, he said, well, you ever done mushrooms? I'm like, no. He goes, okay, well, if you ever do, just think of like LSD. He goes, it's just like mushrooms, but like 100 times stronger. And I'm like, you are the worst fucking LSD salesman ever. You're making me so not want to go anywhere near this.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine, his wife was going out like camping with a bunch of her friends. And she was texting him like on the way. She was going up to Wisconsin, and she's sitting there texting him, and he's hanging out with us, and he just he's reading texts from her as like she's getting up to the campsite, and she goes like, oh, my cell phone reception is dying, so I may not be able to contact you a bit. And I said, tell her that's how a horror movie begins.
Thank you for the $4, 2 a.m. restlessness. I hear you there, except I'm 3 a.m. restlessness. I go to deploy paratrooper kittens, and then suddenly, penis. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Thank you very much, 2 a.m. restlessness. Okay, so we are into the top 4. Orange pore fungus.
Okay, that just looks like candy again. What the fuck?
It really does.
Why do so many of these look like candy?
I don't like how organized it is.
I was gonna say, there's all the tiny holes.
Yeah. It looks like a bee's honeycomb, which I also don't like the look of.
You don't like organization in the chaos of nature? What?
We're talking about crystal growth or mountain formation or whatever. Yeah, very, very cool. This is a little weird. Or the conch shells, how they spiral in. Yeah, that's awesome. This is weird. Is it edible? That's the question. Does it taste like oranges?
But can you eat it?
Yeah.
Polly's all about the Fibonacci spiral, so we need to worry about him going into closets with a belt. Because we don't want to see him come out like David Carradine.
Oof.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm reading if it's edible or not.
Spiral fitness.
Jesus
that was a fucking those were hops in logic that I could not keep the fuck up with.
I'm sailing a mile a minute.
Back to the mushrooms.
Oh man! All right, so we got 3 more, and I think we're gonna close the bar. Rounded Earth Star.
Oh,
It's a titty.
Yeah,
titty.
titty shroom.
Yeah, titty shroom.
Blur that. Holy shit, this is YouTube.
Yeah,
This is Turkey Man all over again.
I've been struck for less. The Rounded Earth Star is a small but beautiful mushroom that we feel like squeezing and tweaking. It features a round sport.
Yeah, I would say how many comic book curation thumbnails have gotten, jacked because of that.
Distributed worldwide, this interesting species grows alone or gregariously under hardwoods. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does.
Shut up.
It only grows in pairs, though.
Gregariously so.
It grows gregariously under hardwoods. They knew what they were doing when they wrote
Particularly around stumps.
Okay. Number 2, the golden scruffy something. Scolobia.
Olivia?
It's a fucking dandelion. It's a fungus dandelion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
The dandy
dandelions in
shroom.
Australia?
Yeah.
Ma,
Yeah, we do.
Well, wait a minute. That makes sense. The little parachute seeds that they have, I can see them
Yeah.
floating a really, really long way.
Yeah, like, I don't think they're really supposed to be here, or they're any good for the species, but they're here.
Well, if you'll notice, like a whole bunch of these are like, oh, it's found in Australia. Like this one is found in parts of Australia. The creepy orange slice shrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And then it doesn't say that the titty shroom is found there, but I'm sure it is. Yeah, I mean it says it's distributed worldwide, so yeah, Australia counts. Yeah. Okay. The golden scruffle. And then number 1, the final one. What is it? The orange peel fungus.
Orange.
Oh.
Looks like a fruit roll up.
Okay.
I'm a little underwhelmed, frankly.
Yeah.
I thought number 1 would be. I thought that the number 1 would be like, I don't know, Satan's bowl of death of mushroom or something. Yeah, it's something exciting, It's just like inky black on top and bright purple underneath, and it glows red at night.
Yeah,
I want something like that.
Isn't there a mushroom that, considering that they grow in like these flat sheets like this, that resemble like it looks like fire or something? I don't know. It's just
Possibly.
Underwhelmed is right. Okay, so what is the most disturbing one? Let me see.
I love the fact
the
that like,
bloody one.
You went to something so specific there, Sam. Satan's Bowl of Death. I had to Google that to see if it was a thing literally anywhere. Apparently, there was a racetrack called Satan's Bowl of Death.
Well, the mushrooms that grow there, I want to see those.
I'm guessing number 8 for far here, the lying shroom.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah.
That's no good.
The Amethyst Deceiver.
Purple pilgrims.
I don't hate this. I just hate Sam. Okay, so
Shave Tribbles.
Those
Are
are the
Tribbles
coolest
veiny?
ones by far.
I would imagine so.
That's one of the cooler ones. That one's normal. That one I just love because it's in Texas and Japan at the same time.
Yeah.
That one I just want to poke still. That one just concerns me that it grows to 44 pounds because it makes me think it's like the Blob, the old film where it's like it took over the town. Everyone's within the fungus now,
It reminds
And
me
now
of
you
that.
create a religion with it in a jar.
Did you remember, what was it? Was it called The Prisoner? I think it was, where he was pursued by this giant white ball.
Yeah, Rover. Exactly. You've seen The Prisoner?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know anyone else. Prisoner's an underrated show, man. It was a classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He retired from the spy agency in Britain, and so they sent him off to the island. They only referred to him by his number. Whenever he tried to escape, Rover would come after him. A great fucking show. Well, yeah, so that means it's inevitably going to suffer a remake, won't it?
Yeah, get rebooted.
Oh, I don't know. It's a bit obscure. It's a bit obscure. I think that one for me. I think the brain shroom for me.
Yeah, the brain shroom. That's an easy call. I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
There. The ceramic shroom.
I quite like the lobster shroom.
That one's just. I just want to hack and slash that thing, like Kenshin it right out of existence.
Yeah.
I kind of want to dry it and make like a shield out of it. I want like a heater shield made of mushroom fronds. Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
I'm not sure how much it would block. But
nothing at all. Nothing at all.
And there they are. So I don't know. I gotta say the worst one for me would be. Yeah, it's that one. I just don't. Yeah. That's the worst one for me by far. And the best one, of course, is the glowies because come on.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, there's the Mycena Chlorophyos. Yeah, that's the best one.
I think the best and worst, both at the same time, is the bleeding tooth.
Fair point. But that is fair.
Look, mother, strawberry jelly.
Number 22 is literally a Mario. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. So. Yeah,
it doesn't have eyes though. Needs eyes.
Somebody get some googly eyes and just go around in the woods.
It's funny how like the bloody one is gross for everyone else, and Far's just like candy. There it is.
Well, like I said, it's both the best and the worst. Because it looks like it's bleeding, but it also looks like it's bleeding.
It just looks like an albino spider's face to me.
Candy.
I don't so much want to. I want to smear it with a stick. This stuff, like I just
scrape it like butter, right?
Yeah, it's witch's butter. Yeah.
What are they buttering that they need to do it with fungus?
Looks like earwax.
Oh, now you've ruined it.
Gross.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's worse than veiny alopecious tribbles.
Cynic says I used to hit puffballs with a golf club. That sounds like a fuck ton of fun. I'm not gonna lie. It really does sound like get out your sand wedge and just see how high you can get it. Yeah.
The problem is they're really, really sensitive to shock. So if you're too close to them and shout to a friend or something like that, they do detonate, and you get a face full.
Well, I was just when you started saying it there, I'm just thinking, oh wait a minute, if I hit one of those with a golf club, is it gonna like explode into spores and I'm gonna be choking the air? It's
I can just imagine like the meaty sort of onomatopoeia fuck sound as it is separated from the head from the stem.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank you all for coming and hanging out with us tonight at Noir Bar for our drunken ramblings. I would like to thank everyone who kept me company at the bar tonight. That includes FarZoosme and Sam and Sinatra and Inquisitor. Great to have you all here. Look, all there's 5 bar stools there. Well, all 4 bar stools in front of the bar were full. Well stood behind it. So awesome to have all of you here. And thank you very much to everybody who donated. That's how we keep the fire burning and the lights a glowing and the drinks a pouring. Eventually I'll be able to afford that Shure 7B and demonstrate that I do in fact sound better than Sinatra.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, it'll happen.
Stool burning, you mean?
Yeah, we'll see.
In any case, yeah, we don't want to have to resort to that, cracking up the furniture and throwing it in the fire to keep it burning. No, our generous bar patrons keep us from having to go that far. So, like we always say about this time after the last call, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. So thank you